Sci-Fi Vision for July 11th. Look and see for Revival Redux. Thank you, everybody, for coming. We appreciate it. If you haven't, please make sure that you like the video and subscribe to both Sci-Fi Vision and Real Cinema Therapy for Laurie's channel. And also, if you missed the interview that we did with Romy last week, you can get that on the live tab on Sci-Fi Vision. You can see our other Revival interviews as well. They should all be in the Revival playlist if you're looking for them. And I also believe that I'm going to have another Revival interview coming up. It's junk and it's not going to be live, but that should be coming up soon. So you guys can look forward to that. But yeah, we appreciate you coming. And tonight the episode is, what's it called? I don't remember what it's called. I do that. I never have it in front of me. Triage. Okay. I always forget to keep it in front of me when I start. So I know you didn't watch it just with me now, but what did you think of the episode?
I liked it. I thought it was really good. It's setting up. It is getting a little darker now, but I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I thought it was good.
Cool. Now this isn't even the half of it. So this is not even the half of it.
Like that cop that they caught at the end, and he had a foot, in his trunk, and he's a crooked cop, and I guess he's working with those drug dealers, right? So somehow they're involved.
Yeah, that would be my assumption. Yeah, I'm not sure too. I mean, I also question, like, is the cult involved too? But I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I kind of wondered if maybe the cult has something to do with it. But we do get more about that this week too. But yeah, this is where I feel like the show starts to take a turn a little bit down Worker Road. But yeah, it 6 is even more so. But
that's what I keep hearing. Yes.
Yeah, I know. 6 is crazy. This one's kind of crazy too, but this is definitely more of the turning point, in my opinion, anyway.
Right.
So yeah.
All right.
Let me hold on. I gotta get my program up here. All right. So we know we ended last week with Dana getting shot. Now, I'm not sure and I can't remember if me and you discussed this or not. I thought that Romy got shot and it went through Romy into her, or not Rope, sorry, into Dana. And I can't remember if it was you or Karen said that they thought that Dana got shot and it went into M the other way around. I don't know. That's that right. It matters.
Yeah.
But, okay. I couldn't remember if it was you that said that or Karen. I don't know that it necessarily matters, but
it does matter. It matters because the bullet came out of Dana, right? It hit Dana and it went right into M, and it was inside of M. So there was no
gone through Dana first. Yeah, sorry. That was a stupid statement, wasn't it? I forgot.
Hi, Mike. Good evening, Mike. So the bullet was inside of Dana. I mean, M. So what's strange to me is the cops didn't find any bullets at all. I don't understand that. Initially, I mean, they found nothing because there were the 2 bullets that M fired using Dana's gun when she was shooting at the person.
3 other bullets, because they said there was 4 shots. So I'm not sure. That's a good question why they didn't. But I'm not 100%. I guess that isn't going to show up there. I was going to move that so it doesn't bother people.
And that guy Weimer, he was shot, and the bullet went through him, but they couldn't find it. No, actually, the bullet didn't go through. See, that's what I don't understand. The bullet went through him, and they couldn't find the bullet. Then the second shot went through Dana into M, and M had the bullet in her. Right? Those are the 2 shots. And
they said there were 4 shots total.
Right.
So there should be 3 bullets.
Well, then M fired 2 shots. Right. So 4 shots total, but the last 2 were fired with Dana's gun. Yeah. The point is the cops didn't find any bullets.
Well, they might have found Dana's bullets, maybe, because they said that it came from her gun, right? So maybe they found her bullets, just not that other bullet.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that part. So.
I honestly don't know, but they're not that competent. So
Yeah, right.
I'm not
So,
too sure anyway that they would have mattered.
but anyway, they wouldn't find the bullet that hit Dana because it went into M, right? So
Right.
they wouldn't find that bullet, but they should have found the bullet that killed Weimer.
Yes.
That they didn't find. So then we
Right.
see in the episode what happens, that M comes up with this plan to save Dana, basically, right?
Yeah,
And
but what
she
happens
takes
to
the
the
bullet
other
out of
one?
herself.
Yeah, and I mean, we'll talk more about that when we get there. But I would think I agree with you. I would think they would have found the bullet that shot him, and then they would have known that the bullet they found that was in her wasn't in him if he only had one bullet hole. Unless maybe there's still one in him, but that would have been in the report, I would think. So yeah, I don't know. Again, they don't seem to be the perfect investigators when it comes to evidence. They don't even wear gloves. So I'm just
Right.
kind of like, that's I can let it pass because I'm not too good. I mean, it doesn't really change the story, but yes,
No,
they
no.
kind of screwed that up a little bit. Yeah. Um, but we do get her. Now, see, that's the other thing too. Is okay. This is when she's going into the hospital. I was going to say she's awake in that picture, but she's got breathing tubes later. This is when she first got in. So they kind of have like a bunch of scenes of her being taken into the hospital, and M and Abraham and her father being, in the hospital waiting for her to wake up is kind of the beginning. The thing that's I think important of that scene is really just that Dana tells Ibrahim, she asks him not to say that M was there, that she was
Right.
involved. She doesn't want her um, getting in trouble for Weimer's murder. Now, at this point, she may think M might have done it. I don't know. She hasn't talked to her yet at this point.
Right.
He does ask her, so I'm thinking she might think she's actually is involved. But yeah, so that's kind of the whole. She just doesn't want her being part of it. But she's okay. I mean, we find out later she's okay. She's got to go through surgery.
Right.
But she's okay. Oh yeah, okay. I have an answer to your question because I see. Well, let me go through. I don't think there's really anything else in this scene though, other than they're worried at the hospital that she'll make it.
Yeah, but the nurse said something so stupid. Well, if she survives the surgery, then I mean, why do you say something like that?
Yeah,
if she survives the surgery.
Yeah, I don't know about the people in this town somewhat. I like that picture though. That's a good picture. Yeah. Well, at least she apparently had a good doctor. So that's something,
yes.
right?
Right.
All right. So this answers your question though, is they did say they found 2 9mm. Both were from Dana's weapons. So they found 2 out of the 4. The one was in M, and the other one they should have found. Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, they did find 2 that were from Dana's gun.
Right.
Which is why they at first thought that it was Dana that was the only one that shot, because and that maybe she was it was her fault or whatever because it came from her gun and everything.
That's right.
So they needed to find evidence that there was another shooter. Let's see. No investigators in TV are perfect investigators. You're right, but I feel like we shouldn't be pulling it apart quite this easy, maybe. But I don't know. In the scheme of things, there could be worse things to be complaining about. It's really that really bothers me. I'm just kind of joking about it. But yes, they found 2 of the bullets, and he is talking to Brent here, and he wants him to tell him everything that's going on. And he, with good reason, is like, you can't I mean, he pretty much says you're not allowed to investigate it because it's his own daughter. He can't take care of it. And so he finally says he'll keep him in the loop, but they got to do it right. And I mean, I think we know from different cop shows that you don't want to be the one to investigate it, because if anything's done wrong, you're going to get blamed. Like, you want it to be a solid case, especially if there's a possibility she was involved. You don't want it to be manhandled wrong or mishandled wrong, and the evidence to be not go through chain of command. So yeah, I think that's important. Hi, Kimberly. Thank you for stopping.
Oh, hi, Kimberly.
But yeah, so at least he's kind of doing the right thing. I mean, he gives in and does tell him some things, but
Well, he's right, because otherwise he could be accused of tampering with evidence because it's his own daughter, right?
Right. We don't want anything to go wrong. So he isn't wrong saying that he needs to take care of it. But he does kind of scare him into at least agreeing to keep him in the loop and give him information a bit. Because he is worried about Dana. As much as, we complain about him, I do think that he's upset about what happened. I mean, I think
yeah.
But yeah, maybe not going about it the right way as usual, but yeah. All right. So then we have Brent questioning Ibrahim, and he is asking him about what happened. And, he doesn't know anything. I mean, he kind of says what he saw, which is nothing.
Right.
But he's completely leaving out the fact that M was there. And now Brent seems to pick up on the fact he's not telling him everything. But is that just because he's, trying to suss out if he isn't, or whether he really thinks he isn't? I don't know.
Right.
But Ibrahim is a very bad liar, which he admits later. He is scared he's going to break from him continually asking him. So we hope that that doesn't happen. But yeah, all he says is that basically the part that he does know, that they were on a date. Dana got a text and she went into the woods. He heard shots, and yeah, he didn't see anything. He does say, I think, that he saw a man run away from the scene. I think he says.
Well, this cop
like talking about Weimar.
This cop likes her, so I think since he knew they were on a date, I think he was jealous that he was being a little hard with Ibrahim. That's what I think.
Yeah, he might like Dana. I don't know. I hadn't really thought. I mean, I think we did talk about that. So yeah, maybe, I don't know.
And because he said, "Well, did Dana say anything to you?" And he said, "No." He said, "Dana's the kind of person that always has something to say. Like, he's like saying, 'Come on, you're not telling me the truth about something.'"
Mm-hmm. Right. I was thinking, though, he said he saw a guy there. He was talking about Weimar that was dead, not about seeing somebody else. But yeah, he's not much help with their evidence, that's for sure. Let's see. If doctors, cops, and lawyers on TV were competent, every episode would be over in 5 minutes.
That's true.
It would be. So we need a little bit of that incompetence, but I don't know. I just sometimes when you watch a show, you feel like you'd be a better cop than they would, and that's when I think it gets a little bad. Like, it shouldn't be that glaringly obvious, but I don't know. It's okay. This isn't a show that we're watching for the science, so I can kind of bypass some of it.
That's right.
Because I really do like this show a lot. So yeah, he is trying very hard not to crack and not to tell him anything. And then I think he says, yeah, Dana's out of surgery, so that's why he goes over there. Cooper's seeing his mom there. She's on breathing tubes, but she's at least alive. Ibrahim also goes in and he wants to talk to M as well. And he tells her, I didn't say anything, but he wants her to tell him what's going on and why, what really happened. But of course, she doesn't tell him really anything. I mean, she tells him what she knows, but she doesn't really know anything either at this point.
Right.
And she says that she was not the one that wrote her, which I would think to begin with, he's like, did you text Dana? I would think that if she was the one that texted Dana would have said, my sister texted me. That's kind of a given that she wasn't the one that did it. But but she says, no, I was going there to meet Aaron. And he ended up getting shot, and that there was somebody who ran away that she shot at. And I think that's kind of the key there, is that, that's where the other bullet is. Duh. She shot him and she hit him. The key bullet's in the other person, the one that they don't know who it is. I forgot about that.
What? Say that again?
We know there's 4 bullets, right? 2 of them were from Dana's gun. 1 was in M. 2 of the bullets were the ones no, those were both from Dana's gun, but she shot him. Okay, that couldn't be that bullet then. Never mind. Either way, the bullet must have grazed him then, because she says she hit him. The person that was running away, that she hit him.
Yeah, she did say that.
But that can't be the 4th bullet, because that would be from the wrong. Well, no, not necessarily. 3 of the bullets could have been from Dana's gun. They only recovered 2. I didn't pay attention to how many times she shot. So I guess it's possible. It would have to be, if there's a bullet in them, it came from Dana's gun. But whether that
could have come out of him, though. In other words, they didn't stay in him.
I don't know. I guess my point is, if there was 4 bullets, if 3 of them were shot from Dana's gun, that could be that the missing bullet's still in the person that ran away. And it's possible that it wasn't. It was from that person's gun, and they're just not finding it. I don't know that it matters. I just was thinking maybe that was it. But I don't know. Because I don't remember how many times she shot. I feel like she said she shot twice, so it may not be. But either way, she hit him. Is the big important part there. She hit the guy.
Right.
Well, he's assuming it's a guy. We really don't know. Had on a ski mask. It looked like a guy, but it could have not been. So
but
yeah.
the bullet that hit Weimar, that bullet is still missing. That bullet they did not find. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm not that. I don't. Yeah, that's I think the part that's mixed up.
Yeah.
But either way,
right.
Yeah. But they'll just assume. I mean, I would assume now they would just assume that 4th bullet, because they don't really know there was. They know there was 4 shots, but they would just assume that was the missing bullet or whatever. Once she puts it back, so I don't know that it at this point matters. But either way, she shot the one who shot at them. That's the important thing.
Right.
So yeah, we need to look for if anybody was shot would be the key there.
Yes.
Yeah. See, this is though where things get a little confusing for me, because they said at the end that the bullet came from a cop's gun that wasn't Dana, right? So they had to have found the one that they took out of him. Never mind. There's still a missing bullet.
It's very convoluted.
It is. There's still a missing bullet that we're just going to ignore.
There's still one that's missing, and they may find it. So that should be interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I would say probably not. I think it's just a mistake. But I don't know.
Probably.
But yeah, the point is like I said, that she did supposedly, she thinks, shot the person. So I'm assuming that we need to look for somebody who was shot. And she, let's see. So, sorry. She does say to him that she's sorry she got him involved, but she won't tell him. Other than that, she hasn't told him anything for good reason. I mean, she doesn't know she can trust him. I think she can. I think she could have said, I'm a reviver. He's not going to tell anybody, especially because he's like on the side of revivers, right?
Right.
So yeah.
But she doesn't, like you say, she doesn't know him. So
no, she doesn't. And she even says that she doesn't know anything about him, and he doesn't know her either. He's only lying for Dana.
That's what he said.
He's a pretty good guy that he's to begin with doing that, because I have to kind of question, like, he doesn't really know Dana. He went out like on 1.5 dates with her. So
right.
Yeah, but
I mean, for all he knows, that M killed that guy.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, that's what I would think if I was him. That would have been my first assumption.
Me too.
But she does apologize to him at least, so I guess she feels bad. But he does say, he doesn't know if he can keep up lying. He's trying, but he's having a really hard time. So they may be running out of time figuring out what to do.
Yeah, he doesn't have a poker face.
He does not. He does not. Justin says it'd be cooler if it were a girl. Yes, I agree. Just because you think it's a guy, but I'm assuming, and again, this is an assumption, but I was assuming, and maybe this isn't. Now that I'm thinking about this, may not be the case. But I kind of figured it was probably the masked guy that we saw break into Weimer's house.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying it was probably a guy, but we don't necessarily know that. So, yeah.
Right.
But that, all we know, we have seen that guy's face though, when he took the mask off and had like the burns, but that could be two completely.
Yeah, but we don't know if that's the guy that was.
No, that's what I'm saying. That could be somebody completely different. I just was assuming it might be. Hi, Scarlett. Thank you for coming.
Hi, Scarlett.
No, you haven't seen it all, so you're not going to stay, but thank you for dropping by. So yeah. So we see, whoops. Yeah, I know you didn't get to see it all.
It's a good episode, Scarlett.
It is. As I said, I think it's like the turning point.
Yeah.
So M realizes she has the bullet still in her. How she didn't know that in the first place, I don't know. Well, I guess if she knew she was shot, it would have hurt and then it would have healed. So I guess she wouldn't have a reason to necessarily to know. But she figures out, it's in me. You got to get it out of there. And she starts asking Wayne all kinds of questions, which, to be fair, he probably has no reason to be suspicious of his daughter. And he probably just thinks she's worried because of her sister and,
Right.
But he does admit to her, which he really shouldn't have even told her, that right now the evidence points to Dana, because that's the only bullets they found were the ones that came from Dana's gun. So if that's all they can find, they might say that she shot Aaron. And again, like, he, number one, shouldn't know that, which we know he shouldn't know that. But that makes it even worse that he's telling her, doesn't it? I feel like
I just think he needs to tell somebody he's
no,
upset.
he does.
And
But
there's no one for him to talk to,
Right. I just mean that it's bad and screwing up the chain of command and evidence that they're telling
Oh
him.
yeah. Well, like you said, they're not very professional
they're
here.
not, and she needs to know in order to be able to fix it. So we have to hear that. But yeah, they're worried about Dana, and he's just like, I have to focus. There has to be more to it. He smartly, the one thing he does agree, or not agree, but thinks that is that there was another bullet. He thinks there was more to it, and he is going to go have them look for bullets.
Right.
Although I would think he would do that right away, but no, they're doing it the next day, so she has time to go put the bullet.
Right.
Planet.
Actually, it's good that he told her, right?
Yes, I know. It
turns out it was the best thing that he told her.
Yeah. But she's asking all kinds of questions, and he's like, "Oh, we're gonna go sweep again tomorrow for more bullets." So yeah, she knows that she needs to take care of that.
Yes.
So yeah, that's her plan. So
and that guy Lester wants to talk to him, and he's annoyed with him. He says, "Don't let him come in here."
Yes, right? Which it turns out that he should have, because he had information. And then meanwhile, we go to, okay, wait, that's him like complaining. We go to the CDC. Now this is where, I hate this woman now. I am like, I don't.
She's a sadist. She's sadistic.
So first of all, like, okay, they're pumping him full of snake venom because they know that they found out that could slow them down. And it's kind of more of a, I guess, a preventative in case any of them get like Arlene.
Yes.
So they're finding ways to slow them down. But they're also like cutting pieces of flesh off to experiment with.
Yeah.
Cool. That's probably where they got, I never thought about it, but they got that piece of flesh before. I assumed it was from a body. I guess it could have been. But yeah, they are clearly using him as a guinea pig. And Ibrahim is the only person in this town that seems to have a problem with that knows about it. It makes me like him more, and it makes me hate everybody else more too.
I agree. Wait, what piece of skin are you talking about prior to this?
I was just thinking before when he was showing Dana that he cut it and it went back together. I'm not sure how they got that, because it had to have been from a live person if it was a reviver.
Yeah.
Maybe it was it might have been from Arlene, though, because they thought for a while she was dead. So they might have cut it off Arlene.
Yeah, I think it was from Arlene. But this is really very sadistic. I mean, this guy is feeling the pain, and she doesn't care. She's even smirking. She likes it.
She does. And yeah, that's kind of, I have a problem with, like, why not at least put the guy under or something? If it's going to, because, I feel like if they put him under and did it, it wouldn't really be that bad, because it's going to grow back, and you could maybe, and I'm still not saying that's okay, but like, you could maybe could figure out a way to say maybe that makes sense. But yeah, they're torturing the poor guy. And I know that he was in jail for life, but again, that's one lifetime. They don't, well, although some people I know you hear on TV shows, they say that they get 3 consecutive lifetimes or something, but they don't really expect that to happen. And he was let out of prison, and really, I would think, and I know we kind of touched on this before, but I would think that they couldn't actually legally even put him back in prison because his sentence was over.
Probably.
Like, it's not their fault he came back to life,
Right.
The fact that they are just keeping him there indefinitely is not okay. It's not like he's even a terrorist or something. They have no reason to even keep him there, really.
This doctor is sadistic. He is the easiest target for her to experiment on. Yeah. Because all the other revivers have families, and she can't do that to them. So I don't even think it's because he's a survivor. I mean, she doesn't like revivers. I think it's because she just wants to cause pain. That's all. She's sadistic, and he's an easy target.
Yeah, I don't think. I also don't think that she considers the revivers people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a problem. Although none of them do, to be fair. So the mayor comes in to complain to Wayne because, well, first he's talking to him there. Sorry. Not quite yet. I got ahead of myself there. Sorry. No, actually, I have it. He talked to the mayor. I wonder if I somehow skipped. No, there's the mayor. Okay.
Yeah.
He talked to the mayor. They have an argument where he's like, the kind of the same argument his wife gave. We helped you. Why are you not helping us? You shouldn't have, marked her ID, and that we've done a lot for you guys. And they're kind of throwing insults, and he does say one thing that we've been discussing quite a bit, where he says something like, he says something like, how would you feel if someone you love it happened to?
Right.
And I mean, I'm guessing at some point find that out. So, but he's like, oh no, I would feel exactly the same. He doesn't think it's his wife that came back. I think that's kind of the key thing, that Wayne doesn't think they're actually the same people. He's kind of in the boat of the Jordan's parents. So
right.
I don't know. I still think he will change if he finds it out, but whether he will, like, I was
kind of surprised to hear him say that. I didn't know he felt that way.
I didn't either. That makes me lean more towards the other way. But yeah, I still think if he finds out his daughter that he's been interacting with that seems like his daughter, that he didn't know wasn't his daughter, I think he might feel differently. But I at this point, I'm not sure now.
Maybe. What's interesting? So the mayor was telling him, we did everything for you when your wife died. We helped you. We did this. And he said, you got a pass because your wife died. He said, but you were always an ass. He said that to him. Yeah. And that's exactly what we were talking about last week, because somebody had mentioned, well, maybe it's because his wife died that he became like that. But, people don't just change that suddenly. So, so it's true. He was not a nice guy before, and now he's worse.
So, right. Yeah. He's definitely worse.
Yeah.
But either way, he's like, you're not going to be elected again. He tells him that he's going to make sure he doesn't become sheriff again.
Mm-hmm.
So then we have Kay, who M comes in to see and wants her to get rid of the bullet. But first, she tells her about Aaron, because she's like, oh, you could do better, and starts, bad mouthing him. And he's like, he's dead. And she's like,
she's like, what?
And then Em says he was dead when we found him, her and her sister. And she's like, what the hell's wrong with you two? It's not their fault they found somebody dead, I mean, they didn't find him dead, but that's what she's saying. But yeah,
because they're up to trouble.
Yeah. And she's like, oh, she got shot too. So she needs her to take the bullet out, which she takes issue with. But she does agree to do it. Now, I'm surprised. Em's like, it's not that bad, she says as she's cutting into her back. Yeah, I don't know if I could do that. That would be hard to do.
Is she wearing gloves? The roommate?
I think
she told you she had to take the gloves off in order to get it out.
Yeah, you're right. She did. So yeah, she throws up after she does it, but she does get the bullet out. So you gotta give it to Kay for that. But now, and then Em's like, and now for the hard part. Like, that wasn't the hard part. Kind of questions that.
Right.
But yeah, we'll have to say what that says her. She, and is enacting her plan, I guess, is the key.
And this is a support group for the revivers.
Yes. We know that woman was at the, I don't know what you call it, jazzercise, whatever it was that she was doing with that other guy. With
the aerobics.
Yeah, the aerobics. That's a better description. But this is a support group that Nella, the bar owner, is holding. And that lady is Wanda. And she is talking about, coming back from the dead. And they're kind of just, it's a support group. I mean, it's kind of what you would expect from the support group.
Right.
But this other guy, there's no there. Oh, and then hi Doc. Thanks for
Hi, Doc.
So while this other guy here, Damon, is talking about his struggles and everything, and he's talking about how like he thought God had a plan, but now he died, now he's alive, something feels like it's missing, and he's trying to get through it. But as he's there, Blaine and his group come in, Blaine and his posse, and I think we kind of knew what they were up to, but they more outright say it in this episode, that he believes that the revivers are demons from hell, and he wants to send them back to hell. That's why he's there. And it does seem after this point that the revivers maybe do have extra strength. If they, yes. I don't know if it's if they need it, or if they always have it, or if they have to get angry. I don't know if there's a correlation. But this guy, Damon, he pushes one of Blaine's followers when he tries to scare him.
Right.
And he shoves him and he crashes into that pole. But the thing is, he right away is like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. I didn't know I had strength, which should tell, I would hope maybe one of these people that they're not maybe quite what he claims, but they're all brainwashed. So, or at least it seems to be. It seems like maybe, it seems like maybe they're going to do something to him because they're not listening to Nella. I don't really know because it doesn't say if they do anything. He just tells them to stand up.
Right.
And I don't know. To me, so far, it seems more like intimidation tactics.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. He threatened him, and we don't know if he took him out of the room or not. We really don't.
Yeah, I didn't get the impression that they beat him up or anything. I just think they were trying to scare him.
Yeah, that's what it appears to be. Although I do question that if that's the case, that this isn't going to escalate. I definitely think it's going to escalate if it hasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of,
I think Blaine is waiting for a certain time. I don't know what time. I don't know. There's something he's waiting for to attack.
Yeah.
He's biding his time. That's the feeling I got from it.
Yeah. I know that they've clearly, after reading what I had read before about his character, they've clearly, like, unless stuff is coming, I don't know. It seems like there's a lot that's different than in the comic book. There's like a lot of storyline that isn't in the story that was about his character. So it's hard to tell. I mean, I still only know that he was a preacher because Stephen Hawking told me he was a preacher. I kind of have a problem with that. Not with Stephen telling me. I have a problem that the show has not told me that. Do you feel like that? Because they've never, I mean, they have him spouting stuff that's sort of sermony, but because it's also culty, I don't know. I never, as I watched this the first time, necessarily knew that because they never show him being a preacher. They just show him being a podcast host.
Right. They showed him having a radio show. And we did see that one scene that when he was in the police station, some of his followers were outside waiting for him. We did see that. But we didn't really see a cult thing until now.
Yeah, but the fact that he was a preacher, I did not know that until he told me that. And I feel like that's a problem with the script that they haven't explained that. Not that you necessarily need to know it, but I think it would help, I feel like, and maybe make more sense of why these people are following him if he was a preacher already.
Yes.
They trusted him. And I feel like that part's kind of missing. So, yeah.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
And it's possible there was a scene and they took it out.
Yeah. That happens all the time.
Because I know he said something. I'm trying to remember. I'd have to go back and listen to the interview, but he said something about singing. Did you? I know you watched it, right? I think he said something like about singing in the church or something. So I'm kind of wondering if maybe they cut something and to them it didn't matter.
He said that there was a scene in the church, and I figured we didn't see it yet.
Yeah, I don't know if we didn't see it yet, or it was something that maybe they cut from before, because that would actually make sense if it was something they cut, because that could have explained. Yeah, either way, they shouldn't have cut it if they did.
Yeah, they should have established from the beginning that he's a preacher, and that this is his belief system.
because I
And
just
then
feel
it would lend credibility to what he's doing and what his
yeah.
followers are doing.
Yeah, because I just feel like I can understand. I mean, it's still cult, but I feel like it's more understandable if people already trusted him because he was a
Yes.
preacher than if
Right.
he just all of a sudden was like, these people are demons, I'm going to kill them.
Right.
It's kind of out of
It's
nowhere.
kind of like he came out of the woodwork. We first saw him, he was in the forest, right? He was in the woods with the kid. That's when we
Yeah,
first saw him.
he just seemed like this creepy guy that everybody was like, oh, it's just Wayne, and we didn't really think much about it. But it actually makes more sense too that Wayne wouldn't have automatically blamed him when he had the baby, because he would have been like, well, the preacher had the baby, so that makes
Right.
more sense to me. And I just
Right.
feel like that was really missing. And yeah, it makes me think it's more likely something was cut. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I
This is
agree
where
with you.
this
I
is
mean,
where
it's a
I would
gap.
like to do interviews with the writers and stuff, like once you're in the middle of the season, because then you have more questions that are specific. And I'm
Right.
like, I want to know why. Uh, yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know.
because I had said that earlier. I had said we don't know anything about this guy. He
We
came out of
don't.
nowhere. All of a sudden, Arlene had a baby. She was running with the baby, and then the next scene, he's holding the baby. So I thought maybe she turned into him. It was very
I remember
confusing.
you saying that, and
Yeah.
I hadn't thought about that, but maybe, yeah, yeah. I think they needed more of exposition with him, and I wish they would too, because I think he's a really interesting character. Because he represents the other side, but not in the way Wayne does. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like Wayne is like condemning them as like, we got to protect ourselves from them. He's condemning them because he really thinks they're evil, and I feel like it's a completely separate thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Absolutely.
I would like to know more.
Yes.
Okay, so M has this plan, which I think actually was a really smart plan. For as much as I complain about maybe the cops' work, I think M's plan was pretty smart.
Yeah, I liked her plan. I
She's
thought it
like,
was
I took
great.
the bullet out of me. We don't want him to know the bullet was in me, but they have to find it. Because I would think on other shows, who maybe if they didn't go into more detail, they would have just had her like clean the bullet and throw it down. But clearly, the bullet has been in a body, which is an issue.
Right.
So that's what makes me think the other bullet had to have been missing, because she put it in a bullet hole in Aaron, or just in
No, no.
she
What
just put
she
it
did was she took the
down.
bullet that came out of her. She cleaned it up. She cleaned off all the blood, the
Right.
DNA, everything. And
It
then when
would
she went to see Aaron in the morgue, she just put his blood on the bullet. She didn't put the bullet inside of him.
Okay, because I thought she put it in the bullet hole that was in him.
No,
I mean, I think it was implied, but I don't know whether they
no.
showed it.
She
Okay,
just dipped the bullet in his blood,
okay,
and then she planted it in the ground in the site where the police roped off there.
I see.
That's what happened.
See, I guess I gave her more credit. High Lingering Shadow. It is on Sci-Fi Channel. Put it in the chat there too. It's on Sci-Fi Channel, and I think they are still airing them on their YouTube too. So
No, they're not. They have it on their website though. If you go
okay,
to Sci-Fi's website, you can watch it on there. Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, it's a Sci-Fi Channel show. I don't know. I was giving her more credit then. I kind of assumed that I mean, not that it necessarily matters. She just needs his blood. But that if he that he that bullet is missing. But we discussed that earlier. Either way, she gets his blood on it. I still think it was a pretty smart move, because they know that he was shot.
Yeah.
Whether they, because that's what I was saying. If that bullet wasn't missing, then this wouldn't work. So that's kind of actually closes that loop. Like, it didn't necessarily make sense that the bullet was missing, but if you think about it, if they had found the bullet inside him or on the ground, then it would have been like, why is there this extra bullet? So that actually they needed that for the plot.
But it'd be interesting if later on they do find it. But
yes,
we'll see. Right.
Well, Lingering Shadow, I really love it. I think it's great. I mean, I haven't read the comic book. I would like to. I got it from the library. I'm gonna try to start reading it. But it's really good. If you like, it's not really a zombie show, but yeah, I don't know. If you like that kind of stuff, it's a cool show. You like it too. Obviously, Laurie, you like it too.
Oh yeah, I do like it.
but yeah, it's a cool show. It's different. I feel like I've said before, I know there have been other shows where people come back from the dead and aren't zombies, but I don't know. It still feels very unique to me. It's not what I expected at all, and well, even more so maybe as the show goes on. But we won't go into that. But yeah, I like it a lot.
I like it
Um,
a lot too because when you see people come back from the dead, normally you are thinking of zombies or people that are maybe they're not zombies, but they're not exactly the same as they were, right? So
yeah,
these are people that are almost the way they were, except they seem to have some superhuman strength. That's the only difference
yeah.
that we're seeing. Yeah.
Yeah, we're assuming because of Arlene and now that guy, but so I'm kind of assuming probably she does too. She hasn't had a reason to show it.
Right.
Yes, I have seen Van Helsing. I don't know. Have you seen Van Helsing?
No.
No. There were things I liked about Van Helsing, and although more so maybe at the beginning, but it was I feel like more low budget than this is. Although I don't know that this necessarily has as many or needs as many effects, I guess, either. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
so it works. But yeah, this is a lot better, I think, than Van Helsing was. But I did like Van Helsing at the beginning anyway. There were things I
Hi,
liked about
hi, Umbra. How are you? Nice to
it.
see you.
Welcome, Infinite Umbra. Um, Yeah, no, sometimes it does. I agree with you. I think that a lot of times when they put too many special effects in and it looks too good. Like there's something sometimes about like that lower budget, like it can make it good. And they're also, stretching their, I guess, what do you want to call it? Their imagination to work with what they have. But yeah, I think it works. There hasn't really been anything that I've been like, wow, that really sucked the way they did it. There hasn't been anything that stood out to me in that way anyway.
Right.
So yeah, yeah. But anyway, my point in all that is, as we were talking about this, I do think that they had to have that mistake about the bullet missing because otherwise it would not, what they're doing wouldn't have worked. And then there would have been a loophole here. So
Yeah.
one way or the other, there was going to be a mistake, but yeah, it works. You saw Superman. I know a lot of people are going to see that.
A lot of people don't like it, I heard.
I don't know. I'm not a DC person, so I'm not really the person to to comment. I don't know if I'd like it or not. I used to like Superman. When I was a big Lois and Clark fan, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't really liked the new Superman stuff, but I
I
have
like
really
the old Superman stuff.
yeah, some of the older stuff.
Christopher Reeve. Oh yeah.
I haven't seen that older stuff, but some of
Oh,
the
you
older,
haven't seen that one? Oh, that was
no,
great.
no, I haven't watched. I don't think I've seen the originals of that. I don't think. I mean, I watched Smallville when it was on, and like I said, I was a huge Lois and Clark fan.
Oh.
But yeah.
Oh, Umbra, because I was reading something. I don't remember exactly what they said now, but I remember I was reading that people were not happy with it, that it portrayed him as being like wimpy or something and very moody. I don't know. I read something about that. So
I know I know AJ saw it. He'll probably be talking about it on Tuesday.
yeah. Yeah, Christopher Reeve was my favorite Superman. I mean, I agree. He was amazing. Jamie, you should watch the original Superman with Christopher Reeve.
You know what? Now that you said that, I must have, because that is the one one of them where they turn the Earth back to rewind time, right?
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
okay, then I have seen it. I've seen that one, so I have seen.
And
one.
Gene Hackman was in that also. He played the evil guy. Yeah.
Okay, so I have seen it. I was going to say because I remember that because I always talk. A lot of times we're talking about time travel and stuff. I bring that up because I say that's like something you can only do once. Like you can't do it again, but it's kind of that thing where it's like they could solve everything on any show if they wanted to.
Right.
So it's kind of bad they did it, but it was kind of cool the first time. So yeah, I do remember that. I did see
Yeah, Umbra, I agree with you. Reeve is the blueprint. Did you ever watch the TV show Superman with what was his name? His name was George Reeves. Isn't that weird? The original actor was George Reeves,
Yeah, I
And
think
the
they're related.
movie was Christopher Reeve without the S.
Oh, okay, maybe they're not then. I thought they were related, but no,
No,
I have
no,
not. I
no.
no, I've seen Lois and Clark, and I've seen Smallville, which I
Yeah,
I liked at the beginning. I some of it kind of went
right.
off, but
But
and
the
I've
TV
seen
show, I actually liked it. I did. I liked it. I liked George Reeves. He was good. But anyway, we're going off topic. But
we're
yeah,
definitely going off.
Christopher Reeve. I and Margot Kidder. Margot Kidder
Hmm.
played Lois Lane. She was
Yeah,
great. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. I haven't really liked DC in a long time. I don't know. I just kind of for whatever reason, I like Marvel. I just really because I don't know. I've tried watching some of the newer ones and couldn't get into them. Like I tried watching Aquaman. I really wanted to like that because I like him, but I didn't love it. Yeah,
Well, I don't
just
think DC really has as many characters as Marvel, right? Marvel has
no.
much
And
more.
Marvel a lot of times has like the comedy that I enjoy that's kind of peppered through there. And I
Yeah,
know a lot of people don't like that, but I tend to like the silly ones that have stuff going on.
right.
Um, yeah.
What about Wonder Woman? Was that
I've
DC?
never I don't or no, yes, I did see part of that. Yes, that's DC. I
Uh-huh.
don't know. I take that back. I don't know whether I seen Wonder Woman or I saw part of the is it Justice League? It might have been the one because I think that Batman and Superman were in it. So I don't think it was Wonder Woman. I think it was the other movie.
Oh,
Either way, I
okay.
didn't like it. I didn't like it that much. I know that
Okay.
much. So yes, Marvel I like. Marvel's my jam. But
Yes. Yes.
DC I'm just not huge into. But I used to be. I mean, I used to when I was big into Lois and Clark, I read some of the comics. I read the Death of Superman.
Spider-Man is DC also, right?
No, no, that's Marvel.
Oh, that's Marvel.
Marvel.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Marvel. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, I think right now Marvel's more all over the place, like in pop culture. I mean, all over the place. Like you see
Right.
more. That's part of it. So, yeah. So, we're getting really off topic. So anyway, they used the bullet. She put Aaron's DNA on it, which was smart, so that they can find the bullet and it will actually look like it was part of the crime scene. But she needs Kay to help her get it. So she has her, I don't have a picture of it for some reason, but she has her flirt with Randy, I think his name was, the coroner. I can't remember. She
Yeah,
has her with
that
him.
creepy coroner guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Why she goes in there, she's gonna throw up again, and she's like, "Don't leave your DNA all over the place." And this is where both Samuel and Scarlett both said it made them think of Severance during the scene about throwing up and leaving DNA. So yeah, we don't want Kay to throw up everywhere, but she gets the bullet, puts it in his blood. It's all good. All right, so then we get back to Dana, and Wayne is talking to her. I must have, well, I don't know. I didn't take quite as many pictures this time. Sometimes I have too many, and then when I take less, I'm like, why am I missing a picture of this? He went and talked to her, and he was, you know, wished she was awake so he could get some help from her on the case. But yeah, I mean,
Wait,
usually he's an asshole. He clearly loves his daughters. I'm not saying he doesn't, but we've had a lot of issues with his parenting skills.
well,
So
he also has a lot of anger. I mean, you
he
want to
has
talk
a
about
lot of
anger
anger
management.
issues. Yeah.
He
Mhm.
needs anger management.
He
Absolutely.
does. I know it was a joke when Rhodey said that, but he wasn't wrong. He really does.
Oh, I
Um,
just want to say one thing about Superman, the movie with Christopher Reeve. Marlon Brando was in that. He played his father.
huh, okay.
And that was at that time, that was like revolutionary because they paid Marlon Brando so much money to be in that movie. And then also with The Godfather with Marlon Brando, the same thing. Uh, with the Joker, Jack Nicholson was paid so much money to play the Joker in that first movie. So,
I was going to
yeah.
say Joker's Batman though. That's not.
No,
I
I'm
don't.
saying
No, no.
as
You
far
were just
as
meant yes.
Batman, though. Yeah, yeah. No, Joker, though,
Okay.
was.
I thought maybe you thought I was like
No,
that's.
I'm sorry. No, I didn't mean to mix it up, but I'm just saying these two famous actors were in. Marlon
Yes.
Brando was in Superman, and Jack Nicholson was in Batman. And they both were paid so much money to be in the movie that it
Yeah.
was outrageous. I don't know. I
Well,
just wanted to mention that.
well, I think maybe at that time though, those kind of movies didn't have a lot of times like that, high caliber of actor to pull in, but now action movies do.
Yes.
I feel like maybe back then they didn't, but that I did see. I did see those Batman, the original Batman.
I like Michael Keaton as Batman. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, yeah, I did like those Batmans. I mean, not that I
Catwoman.
dislike Ben
Did you
Affleck
see
or whatever, but
Catwoman with
yeah,
Michelle Pfeiffer? She was
yeah, I
great.
liked Catwoman. That was okay. See, that's what I'm saying. When I was younger, I watched some of them and I liked them, but yeah, I don't know. As I got older, I kind of moved away from the from DC. But yeah, Michael Keaton, I think, was probably the best out of them.
Yeah, to me, he
Um,
was the best.
I
And
have
as
not
far
seen
as
the
the
new one with the Twilight guy. What's his name? Robert Pattinson. I
um,
haven't seen that yet, so I don't know.
yeah, the TV show, by the way, Batman was great. I loved it. I mean, I saw it many, many years ago. Um, it was so good. They were the backstory is all the actors were stoned out of their minds while they made that show, and they were laughing and they were high all the time.
That might make it more interesting to watch, knowing that.
Yeah, I mean, Burgess Meredith played the Penguin. Lee Merriweather was Catwoman. Uh, Frank Gorshin was the Riddler, I believe, and the Joker was what the hell was his name now? I can't remember. These are all famous people at the time.
Yeah.
Eartha Kitt also played Catwoman.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, not that I've seen it, but I remember.
Yeah, but I can't remember. Cesar Romero, he played the Joker. Yes, that's right. I loved it as a kid. I used to watch it, and
Yeah.
I remember all the actors. But anyway, I liked that show a lot. It was great.
Cool.
And Umbra also, yeah, she was good, Eartha Kitt. Anyway, I'm sorry, we're getting off.
That's okay. Yeah, it's fine. It's just we're getting like way not that it's not okay to go off topic, but we're like really off topic now. We're not done.
Yeah.
Yes, like I said, I've seen the older Batman movies. It was more these newer ones, like the newer generation ones, I didn't really like. But whether I would like the older ones if I went back to see them now, I don't know. I might not. But I never seen The Dark Knight. I know a lot of people like that, and it was filmed a lot of it in Pittsburgh. So you'd think I would have watched it. But
was that the one with Christian Bale?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I've seen part of one of the ones with Christian Bale, but I don't know which one it is. It was.
Was that the one with Heath Ledger playing the Joker?
Maybe I did see Dark Knight then. I don't know which one that. See, I don't know the difference in what they are, but I feel like I didn't see. I thought I didn't see Dark Knight, but I did see at least part of one with him and I don't know if I seen Heath Ledger or not, but the one from Dawson's Creek was the girl in the one I saw. I can't think of her name. The dark-haired girl. So yeah, I clearly saw one of the Batmans or part of the Batmans, but that's how much I remember. It didn't leave a huge impression.
Well, Heath Ledger's
he's
performance.
Yeah,
the Joker was amazing.
Katie Holmes. Yeah, you're right. It was Katie Holmes. I saw Batman Begins. Okay, that's what I said. Yeah, because I remember bits and pieces of some of it, but not. Either way, it didn't. It didn't blow me away. It wasn't enough that I cared to ever watch the rest of it. So, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not really their intended audience. But to be fair, I did not like Marvel movies very much for a long time either. I just kind of. I was talking about this last night. I actually was kind of like, I liked Marvel movies, but I didn't love them. I'd watch them. I'd take my dad like for Father's Day or his birthday or whatever because he liked them. And I don't know. Then I watched Doctor Strange and it was so different. I really liked it so much. And then I kind of got into Marvel. I also got into like Benedict Cumberbatch, which is a whole nother story. But I liked Marvel after that point, and I kind of gotten into it and rewatched all the new stuff.
Yeah, some of them are great.
Yeah. Speaking of, I still got to watch the rest of Ironheart before Tuesday. Look, haven't done that yet. Okay, where'd we go? So anyway, as I was saying, he clearly loves his daughters, even if he can be a very angry person. But here he is. Okay, let's see. I need to check that. Sci-Fi Gang, Jamie Cumberbatch.
Oh, hi, Muncher Luncher.
Hi, Muncher. Yeah, hey,
Jamie Cumberbatch.
Yeah, I'm glad that I got into that though, because I got into Sherlock after that, and I love Sherlock. I want to do a watch party for that at some point.
Hi, Kelly.
Hi, Kelly. Welcome, guys. Where was that? Okay. So Brent tells Wayne about the text, and that I don't know. I thought he said something else about Aaron. I don't remember for sure, but yeah. So he gives him a little bit of information about some of what happened. And then we go to M, who is putting the bullet down. And I know there's like a conversation about the DNA again, and she's like thinks Kay did good because she was like not, or I can't remember if she told her not to do it or Kay realized it when she had the cigarette, like not to leave it there. So yeah, she's putting it in the crime scene before the dogs get there, and then they run off.
Right.
Which they are like so bumbling through this. I'm so shocked nobody other, only on
you would think the police would
find
see their footprints or something,
they would have, yeah. I was thinking maybe they wiped them, but I don't think they did. So
they
yeah,
didn't. No,
they would have. But it's neither here nor there. That's not something to me like a huge thing. I mean, maybe if you had more episodes, like they could have taken time to be more careful, but
right.
Okay, so then we go to Ibrahim again, who is I don't know if they showed it, I don't know yet. He's testing the water, and he thinks that the creek is in the middle of what happened for Reviver Day. I mean, he really doesn't know, but that's his theory.
Why does he think that? Because M was fat. Oh no, he doesn't know that. So why would
they showed it before, like that petri dish he had that like overproduced whatever it was. So I'm assuming that that's why they might have. I'm wondering if they showed that in a recap, because usually they show things in the recap that help you understand it. And I'm kind of curious if they did.
Okay.
So yeah, but that's his theory. And then we have this guy Miles, I think is his name, getting tortured again. Let's see. And Wayne comes in. He starts kind of intimidating Ibrahim, trying to be like, did you miss something? Because to be fair, in this instance, when he's intimidating him, he wants him to tell him that he saw something or, jog his memory, because he's worried about Dana. Like, I kind of I get it. Although poor Ibrahim, he's still trying to lie and not say what happened, but yeah. But yeah, he does a good job. He still doesn't tell him, but then whenever he starts screaming, it kind of cuts off the conversation. And this is where Ibrahim, I think, is the one that brings it up, but tells him what that woman's been doing, experimenting on him, torturing him, whatever you want to call it. I would consider it torturing. And this is where she says about the snake venom. I said it earlier, but this is where she says about the snake venom.
Yeah,
they
were just to slow them down.
Yeah, they were testing different pathogens to see what would work, and it slows down the cell division. Therefore, it slows down the healing process, so their regeneration is slowed down. I'm not sure. I guess the point of them trying to slow down the regeneration is so if they have somebody like Arlene, they can't stop. They could like inject her with a bunch of snake venom, and maybe she won't come back to life this time, which we already know she might be from what they said before, and they sort of dropped that storyline. Right. I'm hoping they don't continually drop that storyline, that they do go back to that. But yeah, I guess that's the point of why they're trying to understand that.
Yeah, because they can't kill these people. If they shoot them, they can't kill them. They can't even put them down in any way. So if they give them the snake venom, it will weaken them so that they can overpower them and capture them.
I don't know. It's kind of like, I get that they regenerate, but they still have pain.
Of course, they have pain. They have feelings.
There's still other ways to do this that would still be wrong, but would be a little less wrong maybe than what they're doing.
I mean, I can understand that some people are afraid, but these are human beings that haven't done anything wrong. I mean, you had one person that was violent out of everybody.
Couldn't they have taken like they had skin, we know before, that they got from Arlene or whatever, when they thought she was dead. Granted, they didn't like cut her skin off to be cruel. They thought she was dead at this point.
Right.
They know it healed. They showed before. He showed Dana, oh, look at this. This is cool. This heals, right? Which if only he hadn't found that out, right? But it heals. Like, why couldn't they have like injected that kind of stuff into that skin, like to see how it reacted? It would have still showed them what the cells dividing did. It would have.
Because Jamie, I think you're missing the point. This
Well,
woman
yeah,
is
she's definitely.
she's a sadist. She
But I'm
wants
just
any
saying.
excuse,
Yeah, I
any
agree.
excuse to cut into him and make him hurt,
Yeah, she doesn't
cause
like the
pain.
survivor here. My
Right.
point is that Ibrahim, I feel like maybe he could have been like, well, what if we do this? But he didn't come up with another, and not that that makes it okay. I'm just saying, like, maybe if he
Yeah.
had come up with another solution.
Yes, I hear what you're saying. I agree. But I really think that she enjoys inflicting the pain. I think that's all she cares about.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. But Ibrahim has a problem with it, clearly. And he tries to get Wayne to get on board with it and saying this is wrong. And he does tell her to stop for now, but she's on the right track or something like that. So he clearly doesn't necessarily disagree with it. I think he kind of hears what Ibrahim's saying, but I don't know. I think maybe he more stopped it because he should than maybe. I mean, not that he look. I don't think Wayne wants to torture people, and I think he's like, no, you got to stop torturing them. But I still don't think he. We know from earlier in the episode, he clearly doesn't see them as people.
No, he
so,
sees them as different, not who they were. Like he said to the mayor, he said, "That's not your wife."
yeah.
Like he thinks it's not even the person that themselves, that it's like an alien almost.
Yeah, but even if it is them, that still doesn't make it okay to torture them, no matter who it is. Which
no, of course not.
Be them. So
I don't think he likes what this doctor is doing. I don't think
he thinks she went too far, but
yeah,
I feel like he didn't care enough. Like he stopped it, but it wasn't like he was horrified like he should have been. Let's put it that way.
Well, I guess he's worried about his daughter. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. This is not a good day for him.
He's kind of like more concerned with what's going on in his life.
Yeah, I think, but he did say to her to pull back and stop. He did say that. So
yeah, he did stop her, but it didn't do any good anyway. So it's not like it really.
Yeah. Right, as it turns out. Well, you have to blame the governor for that.
Yeah, that's not his fault at all. So
no,
but yeah. Either way, this is not cool. And part of it, I feel like part of it's still Wayne's fault because I feel like he got the ball rolling by calling the governor in the first place, which was a bad decision. Not that he did it knowing stuff was going to happen, but I mean, yeah.
Right.
But not too good. But yeah, he tells him to stop torturing the poor guy. So hopefully she'll leave.
Now this guy, he died in prison. He had a heart attack, I think, right?
Yeah. So he served his life sentence and they need to let him go. But I'm sure they're not going to let him go. They may stop, and we know later, of course, that she says to keep going. But I mean, I don't think they were going to let him go anyway. Even if they had paused their torture. I kind of feel like even if she hadn't given him the okay, that woman would have still done it anyway. So
oh yeah,
I don't think that would have.
Did you see the way she was smiling when she was?
Yeah, she clearly
terrible.
Enjoys it. It's awful.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, but at this point, Dana is awake after the surgery, and she sees M, and they kind of bond a little bit. I love when she's like, "Did you lose a fight with a razor?"
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, that was great. But yeah, it empowered her. So she tells her to shut up. They make a comment. Let's see, Cooper is with Nella right now. Not that that's really important. M starts asking Dana why she was in the woods in the first place. And, she wants to know too. And she tells her a little bit about how she went after Aaron and how his ring wound up inside her somehow, which she doesn't question. I feel like she maybe should have questioned that a little bit more, but she doesn't.
Yeah.
But she's just like, did you kill him? So she clearly thinks her sister's capable of it, but she believes her when she's like, no, I didn't. And whoever shot him shot you. So they need to figure out who did it. But she's also worried that like maybe she kind of pulled Dana into this and put her in danger by what happened.
Right.
Is what she's worried about. So.
And she said, maybe it's time that I step up and take care of you. which I thought was nice.
That was. And Dana's like, how are you going to do that? And she's like, I have my ways. I don't know. She's going to try to protect her at any rate. And, she's invincible technically, so it might not work.
Right.
So yeah. So then we go to, that's a good picture. We go back to the police station, and this is where he finally listens to Lester, or listens to her more is what it is, and finds out he should have listened to Lester. And we find out that Lester saw the shooter, and just says it was I think he does say a man. I could be wrong, but I do think he said a man, wearing a black ski mask. I love that he's like, they should stop selling them because they only use it for bad.
Stop selling those black ski masks.
Yeah, although he's not wrong. That's where you hear about black ski masks, but I think they do have another purpose for skiing.
Yeah, it's like who wears a black ski mask?
Yeah, I know, right? That was awesome. But you know what though? Why make them black? Like, why not make them purple or something? And then it's not like the snow's gonna care. Although I don't know, black might keep them warmer. I don't know, but that was just
black is easier at night. If you're wearing like purple or pink, somebody might see you.
Well, I know. I mean, like if you think about it though, for like skiing, why do they make them black? I never really thought about it. But
yeah,
black, I obviously absorbs light. I don't know. Maybe it's a little warmer.
Maybe.
But anyway, yeah, he says that he saw a tactical flashlight, and he describes it and everything. And Wayne, who again does something smart, figuring this out, is like, it's a cop, because he realizes the flashlight belongs to a cop.
Yeah,
and he has them run ballistics on the guns, including his own. And this is where Brent is like so stupid the way he acts. He's like, we got to do this the right way. And he's like, that's why I'm having you do it. He's like, this is why I'm telling you this, you idiot. Yeah, Brent's not super smart. He doesn't seem to be, but he's going to run ballistics on everybody's gun, because he does tell him to do it on his own, and he gives him his gun. So yeah, they're going to run it on all the cops' guns and see what happens.
Right.
So after that, this is where we get the governor zooming with the two of them. And she is okay with the torture. No matter what Ibrahim thinks, she's cool with it. And, he basically is like, you have to take care of it. And she's like, no, she disagrees with him. And he's kind of like, well, I'm in charge. And she's like, okay, then you're not in charge. I kind of question, though, does the governor control who works at the CDC? I feel like this is a national thing. I don't know. Maybe she can say you're off the case of this local thing. I don't know, but I feel like she shouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah, no, she's talking about while they're working in Wausau.
So it's more about, yeah.
It's just that there's just the two of them. So, and she's saying, well, maybe she should be in charge, not you. That's what it is.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, I don't know that she would have the authority to do that. I guess if it's something local, maybe.
Yeah, it's local. That's why. I mean, the actual jobs that they hold in the CDC is not affected. No.
But I feel like Ibrahim technically could probably go to the CDC and get it stopped if he wanted to, like in real life, because he's still like, she can't control the CDC.
I don't think he would do that though.
No, I don't think he would either, but I'm saying he probably could maybe. But yeah, she demotes him, and she's like, fine, then you're not the head of the case anymore. She is. And it's like, okay, she's insane too. So we know this. But
because they're all afraid of these revivers.
They are. And she tells him to give all his research to this girl, this woman, and he's done, basically.
Right.
So then they
did she take him off the case completely, or is he still on the case?
I think she just said she's your boss, I think is what she said.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I think so.
Because he tells Dana later on that he doesn't know if he's going to be working there much longer. So I don't know if he thinks they're going to fire him. Or...
I guess, yeah. And that's what I'm kind of saying. I guess like maybe she can fire him from doing stuff in their town, maybe.
Yes.
I don't think she can fire him from the CDC. He
would
be working elsewhere. No. Okay, so yeah, they're testing the weapons. We know that. So this person I am assuming that it's the one that we've seen before, the scarred guy, but we don't really know. Somebody is searching through Dana's files on the Black Deer case. Now, I had looked up some stuff about this episode because I had missed some things in my notes. And I don't know if the person that wrote the recap, if they know stuff from the comic book, but they have listed who this is, but I don't know. That to me seems like maybe they took it from the comic book because there's no way to know who the hell that is. So I'm just going to not go there because I feel like it might be a spoiler, and I don't know that it matters, but you know, we know it has to do with this Black Deer case. Let's
Right.
put it that way.
Right.
But yeah, we don't know anything else about that yet. We don't even know what the Black Deer case is, other than Dana was somehow involved and did something that pissed people off. That's like the extent of, I think, what we know. So yeah. So this person is searching through her files, and he finds this missing person of Rose Black Deer, who we also don't know who that is.
Right.
Or you know what? Didn't they say? Hold on, let me move some of this. I can see it. My camera is bugging me. Didn't they say something like that about a girl being murdered? Because we talked about that last week, I think, where we said it couldn't be Jordan because the way it was like the father murdered the daughter or something.
Uh-huh.
So yeah. Maybe that's what it is, and who knows? Maybe she's not dead. But yeah, I think that's what that's about. We don't really know much about it, so it's hard to tell. All right, so then we get this here with crazy ass Blaine and his posse. I'm just going to keep saying his posse. I don't know. It's funny to me. But he is saying that Tyler should become one of them because he, you know, stood up to that guy,
right?
That was the reviver. And he's got a broken arm for it. And he is going to initiate him. I mean, he doesn't actually say it, but basically he's initiating him into this cult. And I don't have a picture of it, but
his hand is all blistered.
Yeah, he tells him to touch the guiding light and behold the ascension. And he ends up with a scar like the others. Now, I took it right away, but I don't know, because when I was looking at stuff, it seemed like maybe not everybody did. But I think it's an oven he stuck his hand in, right? It's like some kind of fire or something that he burnt his hand on.
Yeah, they didn't show it, but there was some flame that he reached his hand out. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was some kind of, because it looks like if you look at like to the like there's it looks like bullets, like maybe it's a kiln or something.
Maybe.
I don't know. It's some kind of thing he burnt his palm on is the point.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, they're crazy, but we already knew that. He's branded basically.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So then we go to Abraham Took and to Dana, and like I'm hoping she was just out of it, that she didn't like get this, because he's like, here's a coloring book, and she's like, really? And he's like, it's for your son. What do you? Oh, Luke says, oh, hey, welcome. Wow, we have Luke Boyce in our chat, who is one of the showrunners.
Oh,
for welcome.
Oh, thank welcome.
You. Wow, that's really awesome. So thank you. He says it's definitely not a fire. I don't know. I thought it was a kiln or something, but maybe I'm wrong. I have not read the comic yet. As I said earlier, I got the comic from the library. I'm intending to read it, but kind of wanting to get maybe a little further with this first, so I don't get spoiled. Don't know. Although, like I said, when I was looking up stuff about Stephen Ogg's character before the interview, I kind of spoiled myself a little bit by accident with Wikipedia. Do not look stuff up on Wikipedia about the comics. That is my suggestion.
If it's not a fire, I wonder what it could be, like some kind of bright light.
I don't know. Yeah, I definitely thought it was some kind of kiln or something. Kimberly says, I kind of thought the flame was something mystical. So yeah. I don't know.
Almost like an oracle, like an altar with a bright light that's burning, I guess.
Yeah, it definitely was burning. It definitely burned him, whatever it was.
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you, Luke, for stopping by. You need to come on our show. Be on our show.
Yes.
We'd love to have you as a guest on our show.
Yes.
We had Romy last week. I know you've been liking and retweeting stuff, and I appreciate that. Would love to.
Well, that would be wonderful.
I'll have to set it up. I'll figure it out and I'll set it up. But yeah, that'd be great. Thank you. We would love that. We have been loving this show, talking about it. So yeah. So okay, that makes me really interested though. Now I want to be like, okay, I want to go find out what it is.
Oh, you're welcome, Luke.
Yeah,
Absolutely. We love the show. We love it.
yeah, we do. It's awesome.
And
It's great.
our interview with Romy last week was she's so such a wonderful person. She's so perky, she's so sweet. And it was really nice getting to know her.
Yeah, that was a fun interview. And for anybody who missed me say that at the beginning, you can restream our interview with Romy on the live tab of Sci-Fi Vision. It's there. She stayed for a whole hour, which was awesome. We appreciate that very much. You heard it. Oh, okay. I'm glad. Okay, she's the best human. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed the interview.
Yeah.
Thank you.
She is.
Fun. Yeah,
she has a heart of gold, I think. I really do. Yeah. She's a very sensitive person. She feels things. She's an empath, I think. She's very nice.
Thanks, Kelly. I'm glad you liked it too. I'm glad everybody enjoyed it. It was a fun interview. All right. And also you can see the interview that Luke was part of too on our video tab if you guys missed that from earlier in the season. That was a preseason interview. Now I just gotta wait for more screeners. I don't want to see the rest of this. I want to know about the light. Anyway, okay, we're getting off track again. All right. So anyway, as I was saying, I hope that Dana is just a little out of it, that she thought the comic book was for her. I don't know about that. She's like, really? It's like, no, Dana.
No, that's for Cooper.
For your son, who, although to be fair, there are, adult coloring books. Adults do color, but it would be kind of a weird gift to bring your kid. But yeah.
Yes. Especially when she's in a hospital.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, it would give her something to do, but yeah, I don't think he normally would bring that to her. I think I forget what he brought her. Candy, something.
He said candy. He brought her candy.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't have it in my notes. So this is where Abraham's like, I might be out of a job. And this is what we're talking about. I was saying earlier, I think that she maybe can kick him out of the town. I don't think she can kick him out of the CDC. So yeah, I don't think he will, but I would like to see him go tell the CDC and be like, look at what they're doing. We need to stop this. But I don't.
Yes.
But she asked if he's going to leave Wausau. They're not even allowed out yet, right? They can't even leave the town, which I didn't even think of when she asked him this. Aren't they still? I'm trying to think.
I don't think they're on lock. Well, they're not on lockdown anymore.
No, they took out the quarantine, but they still can't leave the town, right? Because that's why that brother can't get back into the town right now. That was the whole thing of why he's setting up that game to try to get back in.
I see.
I don't think they can leave. I don't think.
Okay.
Unless I'm mixing that up. I don't think they can leave.
No, I think you're right. I don't think they can leave.
So at least she'll get to see him. But he says that he wants another date without guns and murder. So they're cute. I like their relationship.
Bronwyn says the quarantine is still there.
Yeah.
In the sense where they can't leave town. And maybe do they have to be in by a certain hour? I don't know if they still have to be in by that. No, is there a certain hour they have to be in?
I don't know. I could be wrong, but I think they're allowed to leave their houses and everything. They just can't leave the town. It's been blocked off or whatever. It's it's closed off to the other people. Right. So anyway, she doesn't have to worry yet. That's good. Now we see McCrae. Sorry, that's a little blurry.
He is such a creepy guy. He's very creepy.
Though he's kind of funny, but yeah, now he's creepy. After we see the foot, he's creepy. But I thought he was kind of funny before because the whole thing with the parade and but he's maybe not the nice cop we thought maybe he was. We didn't really know him, but as we get to see him, but we're talking to, let's see, rat with the rat tail. Yeah, that's a good point, Braun, when he has a rat with so Brent is talking about the bullet that they mysteriously found at the crime scene. And that it was, a cop and not her because it wasn't from her gun, but it points to being McCrae. And that's when we see them, and she's like, what? She didn't suspect that, and they arrest him and he has a foot in his cooler, which is creepy as hell. So
that is so creepy. And I don't understand that. Luke is in the chat. Luke, maybe you can give us a hint.
Well, that's what's coming. As I said, it gets darker. That's all I'll say. It gets way darker. I'm trying
so let's back up for a second.
I don't want to move it on the bloody picture just in case YouTube decides to say.
So let's back up. This cop is working with the drug dealers, right?
Yeah, and that would be my assumption. Yes.
So basically, these drug dealers are involved with the revivers as well, like what's going on there, because they wanted to kill Weimar. Now, why did they want to kill Weimar? Weimar was involved in M's death. I mean, he captured her. He didn't kill her, but he captured her.
Yeah, Luke says that McRae's working with the Czechs. Those are the brothers, the Czech brothers.
Right.
Okay,
right.
We know that. All right, so that's confirmed. Yeah, I don't. I'm being careful what I say because I don't want to give anything away. But yeah, there's a lot more coming. And wasn't it? Did Romy say this episode or next episode when she said a lot?
The next episode, episode 6.
I was gonna say because there's definitely a lot in 6. Yeah. I'll just say yes, and I'll leave it at that. don't want to get. Wait, what's that? Bronwyn says, "Is Brent secretly bald under that hat? It's never off the shower." I don't know, Bronwyn. Yeah, that's funny. That's great. Yeah, there's a lot more. I don't know. I love that this show has like that mystery element to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I said before, I don't know what exactly I expected this show to be, but it's definitely not what I expected it to be. I really like it. Yeah, it's got a lot going on.
Mm-hmm. I like it too.
A lot of different moving parts. So
yeah, and it's very you're trying to tie it all in together. Like, is Blaine involved with this cop and the Czech brothers? It's like you're wondering what's happening here.
I do wonder that. I mean, I think that it could be 2 completely separate things, but it does make me wonder. But I almost kind of feel like they're setting Blaine up for you to think that he's like the villain. You know what I mean? Like that he's the big bad or something. And I don't know why I feel like that, but I feel like that before. Like, so I tend to think that maybe they're just really religious nuts, but we don't really know a whole. But and I really wish I would like to see more of their cult or whatever you want to call it, and figure out what's going on there. So hopefully we'll see more of that.
Oh, I'm sure they'll show more of that.
Mm-hmm.
But these body parts, I mean, this adds a new element to the show. Like, what are they doing with body parts? Are they selling body parts? And that was a foot. It's not like it was a liver or it was a kidney.
Yeah, it's like an organ. I don't know. I don't know if that would have made more sense. I was going to say that would have made more sense, but no.
Because you can sell organs. You can harvest them, right?
Well, yes. Not that you want to, but you can't.
No, I'm saying in the black market, they do that, though. They steal people's kidneys and all kinds of things. But what are you going to do with a foot?
Yeah, I don't know.
Does anyone need a foot transplant?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very intrigued by it.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited to see. Well, I know what's immediately next, so I shouldn't say I'm excited to see it.
Bronwyn said, "Just wait." Okay, we're gonna wait, Bronwyn.
What I'm kind of wondering too is like it sort of took. Not exactly, but I feel like with everything that just happened with that we're thinking about that. Like, I'm not really thinking as much about M's murder right now, but that's obviously a big part of the storyline. And I just wonder if that part is going to be like solved in season 1, and if like season 1 is the comic story, and then we're going to get more, or if they've changed things. Like, I'm kind of curious what how that's going to play out. So.
I mean, I don't know. I never read the comic book. I don't know how much material they're covering in the first season. Are they covering the whole comic book or just part of it?
Yeah, I
have no idea.
I won't know until we see the end. But yeah,
right.
we'll have to see. So what else? Yeah, I feel like the foot kind of overshadowed everything when I watched this. I'm like, what the heck is going on
It
at this
just
point?
took like a 180 turn.
It did, and that's why I said I really feel like this episode is the setup for what's to come and all the craziness and that it's moving towards. But yeah, I'm curious to see how it what
Kelly
part
says
of it
it's some sort of Frankenstein thing.
could be. I don't know. That would be weird, but well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's just creepy all the way around. That's all I'm thinking. It's very dark and it kind of freaks me out if I'm honest. It does freak me out.
Well, it has something to do with recreating a human being. I mean, they are using parts for something.
Yeah, they're using them for something, but yeah, and how I guess the other thing is why? Because I mean, and how like we know that the checks are involved. I mean, we know that that's kind of the big thing. I don't think McCrae's the mastermind there. I think he just got roped into whatever's
But I
going on.
think we're also missing the bigger picture of
Yeah.
Revival Day itself. Like, what caused it?
Yeah.
You know, is this something that came from a divine place, or is this something orchestrated by Blaine and the Czech brothers and all these other people who were involved? Because that needs to be explained.
Yeah. And could it happen again? Could they cause it to happen again? You know, because I would think that, I mean, as much as they're like experimenting on these people to find out what, you know, how to control them and what it does and everything, I could almost see that like maybe people would be wanting to investigate how to make it happen again. Because I mean, people came back, you know, like
Yes.
there could be like a whole storyline of somebody like that woman. I don't remember her name, but like that woman that she wanted her husband to come back or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I could see there being somebody who's trying to make it happen again because they want to bring somebody back or they want to
Yes.
be death. I mean, people. I'm sure there's lots of people who would also like to be invincible.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Some people, they never want to die. They want to live forever.
Yeah.
And these revivers can live forever.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I just want to ask you because we were having a discussion last night, Scarlett and I. So I want to ask you your opinion. I would think, in my opinion, I think that like living forever would be like really like not something I would want. I don't know. Would you want to live forever? Scarlett says she'd want to live forever. I would not. I definitely would not.
Scarlett said she'd want to live forever. Really?
Yeah, I would not. I mean, look, being invincible maybe would be nice, but like I would still want to die because we were talking about Sandman too. I mean, this was like we were talking about talking about robots, man, and all kinds of things. And I don't. Yeah, I think like in my personal opinion, like there has to be an end and like you get to die and go wherever you personally believe you go. Like I feel like you'd be missing out on that. So yeah, I don't know.
In other words, would you be the only one who had eternal life and everybody else would die around you? Or would everybody live forever?
That would that would also make a difference. But
yeah, because can you imagine living, never dying? You have eternal life and everyone you love, you see them die.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. To be fair, we don't know yet if they age though, or they're eternal or anything. But outside of that, I don't know. I just feel like you're meant to move on to a better place, and I feel like you lose out on that. I guess is what I'm saying. Like, but I don't know. I'm not the kind of person who want to live forever. But like I said, like being invincible would be good. You know.
I don't think I want to live forever, but I may want to live maybe another 50 years or maybe 100 years.
Yeah, maybe living a couple 100 years would be good, but then you need to go. But if you, I just think that would depend if you were going to lose the people around you, though. If you were going to watch,
that would be rough. I mean, imagine everybody dies: your children, your spouse, your family, everybody.
I mean, who wants to live forever, right? I don't know. I just think about it sometimes because I know when we used to talk about being human, when we talked about like, well, which one would you like least want to be and stuff, like I would definitely not want to live forever. But yeah, maybe 50 more years, 100 years could be cool.
Well, if you ever read Interview with the Vampire,
I've watched it, but I haven't read it.
Oh, the books are amazing. Anne Rice, amazing. And they say that in the book, the vampire is like Lestat, who was like hundreds of years old. He saw everyone die. And he said, I get to care about someone and then they die. and they were very lonely, these vampires. They really were very sad and lonely. And then they started to make friends with each other, and they formed their own little families of vampires because everybody else dies. Yeah.
Well, that's also why, he wants to turn somebody in the first place. So he has somebody. So yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But as far as this show goes, maybe the revival experience is an experiment for people to have eternal life, and maybe they need body parts to like Kelly said, almost like a Frankenstein creation, because I can't understand where a foot comes into this.
Like, now that you said that, I wish I could think of what it is, but I feel like that's a movie. Like, I feel like there's some movie where they're like harvesting people for people that live forever. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like that's reminding me of something. I don't know what it is, but it's reminding me of something.
Yeah, there was a movie called Coma years ago. I don't think I ever saw it, but that's what happened.
I think I'm thinking of The Island too. I think it's the other thing I'm thinking of now that I think about it. Yeah.
And basically they would put people in a coma and they would take all their organs. So because there's a very big black market for these organs. People pay millions for these organs. So I mean, if you're harvesting for organs, that's one thing.
Yeah,
which is bad enough, right?
Yeah,
like somebody's will.
I don't know. That's a little. It's kind of like.
Yeah, I mean, what are you going to do with somebody's foot?
I don't understand.
I
don't know that I want to know. Let's put it that way. I don't know that I want to know. Yeah, it's dark, but
unless it has nothing to do with it. Maybe this cop is just a little nutty, and he maybe he has a fetish, a foot fetish. I don't know. It may have nothing to do with it.
I tend to think, or I should say what I thought at this point, is I definitely feel like this guy just got somehow roped into this. That like, I think that I at least personally do not think that like he's the big bad McCrae. I think that it's more the.
Oh no, he's just a cop that he's just working with the drug dealers.
I don't think it's him. I think it's whatever's going on that he's somehow.
Yeah, but I'm thinking maybe the foot has nothing to do with what's going on. Maybe it's his thing. Maybe he's got a fetish, like I said, a foot fetish. I don't know. It may have nothing. It may have just been shown to us to throw us off the track.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Because he is a very weird guy, right? McCrae is a strange guy.
Yeah, he's a little strange, but okay. Kimberly says that's a good point. Maybe it was planted to make him look guilty. Yeah, if they switched his gun out or something, because they would have had to switch the gun too, which could be a possibility. Yeah, the only thing
his gun.
I said if they had switched, because I'm saying if they planted the foot, I'm assuming they planted the gun as well. If they planted the foot, to make it, but I have to question though. Like he didn't exactly seem shocked when they found a foot in his trunk.
No.
So I'm going to assume that he knew the foot was there and it wasn't planted. That's just my guess. Yeah.
And the bullet definitely came from his gun, right?
Yeah. Supposedly it came from his gun.
So he was the shooter then.
Don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens. We have to.
Or somebody had his gun and shot. Yeah.
Focus on the checks more, not McCrae. Yes, I agree. I think McCrae's a patsy. I mean, I think he's involved, but I definitely don't think he's the person you need to worry about.
Oh yeah. No. The checks are the one. They're the masterminds behind it. But I'm just thinking though, because they said it came from his gun, right? The bullet that they found came from his gun. So if either he shot Weimar or somebody else shot Weimar with his gun, one or the other.
Yeah, maybe. And see, that's where I'm confused because I feel like maybe there's two things going on. Because I feel like that Weimar might have more to do with the whole black deer thing. But I don't know. We don't know enough about that. And I say that because I think about the guy in the ski mask. Like we know that there was somebody in a ski mask. At least I think they had a ski mask when they were stealing the files from Dana's place or whatever in this episode. And then we have the guy that was in Weimar's house that had a ski mask on, and we have whoever was in the woods that shot Dana and Em and Weimar. So I think like that's something. I don't know that that's connected. Like I feel like that might be something completely different. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like that's something else. I don't know.
So you don't think that has anything to do with
No, I don't. I don't know why I don't, but I don't. I think that's just like something, and you're not supposed to. I mean, maybe you're supposed to. I don't know, but I don't know because I just wonder why he would be involved in it. Like he didn't even know that M was a reviver. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure why he would be involved. Well, you know what though? Maybe I guess though he could, because if you think about it, like maybe he's trying to save his wife or something. So
Mhm.
like, well, these people can heal. So yeah, I guess that's possible.
Yeah. Well, he
sense.
said my wife needs to be taken care of. Remember
Yeah,
he said that?
He did say that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it could be involved. I just, for whatever reason, thought it had to do with black deer. I still want to know what black deer is. So, like we said,
Yes.
I think if I'm remembering rightly from last episode, I think they said something about somebody murdered his daughter.
Okay.
And I don't remember beyond that. I'd have to go back and look at my notes, but it was something like that. And I know that it was something that Dana did in the case that was why I think her father made a comment of it in like the first episode or something. I don't know. I'd have to go back, but I'm curious what's up with that because I feel like that's something that may not be completely part of what's going on. Yeah, don't say anything spoilery.
No spoilers, please.
Most people haven't seen any more. Yeah, Luke. Yeah, it's Luke knows the answer. We know you know the answer. I know a little bit of the answer, but not too far. I want to send more episodes. I'm waiting still. I want to see more.
Yeah, it's very exciting. But I like Jamie. What you said that makes a lot of sense. It really does.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm just that part. I'm honestly guessing. I have no clue. And I'm also, like I said before, I'm curious how much it's going to even follow the comics because I don't know if they're going to have a season 2. Like I said, I'm kind of wondering if it's not going to. Well, that's good. Thank you. We should be getting 7. How many are there? 10? I think there's 10, aren't there? I'm going by Internet Movie Database if it says. I think there's 10, I want to say. But I thought that about librarians and I was completely wrong. But it says there's 10. So yeah.
He said episodes 6 and 8 are his 2 favorites of the season.
Awesome. I'll be honest.
Episode 10.
I'll be honest. Episode 10 freaked me the hell out. Like seriously freaked me the hell out. That's all I'll say. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. But quite a lot happens. So you guys will have to wait to see what happens.
So 6, 8, and 10 are the best ones. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Well, yeah. Finale usually is.
Right.
So
right.
We'll
Luke, I haven't seen them. So Jamie has seen all the episodes. I have not. So
yeah, I've
watched it with everybody else.
I had to watch him to do the interviews, but yes. Speaking of, for people who did miss it, I am probably doing another junket interview next week. I always hesitate to say who it is and confirm things because then if I don't get it, then I'm like, I feel bad saying it. So, but right. It's somebody it will have to do with the episode. It's like for a postmortem for the episode.
Okay.
But that'll be fun. But yeah, I think who else I was gonna say. I think I've talked to. Well, no, I still have not talked to the man who plays Ibrahim because he was supposed to be at the junket, and for whatever reason, I don't know. They canceled my interview. I don't know what the reason was, but I didn't get to talk to him. But I'm definitely trying to get more people on the show. Now, hopefully, it sounds like we can get Luke, which would be awesome. We'll have to write him outside of this and
yeah.
We'll have to have him on. That would be
awesome. Luke, come on the show.
Yes. Okay, he was filming another show. That's what I was going to say. I know. I knew there was something that, or at least what they told us, but you never know. They say things, so it's hard to tell. But because they don't really, the ones running the junket don't always know. Is Revival going to be at Comic-Con? Well, that is a question for Luke that I can't answer. So there, are they going to be at Comic-Con? So
I actually saw that they will be there.
Oh, they will be. So
yes, I don't know who's going to be attending, but they're going to have a panel at Comic-Con.
That's cool. I don't really follow Comic-Con just because I can't go. Like I don't think about it. I wish I could go. I can't afford it. Someday. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
they just announced full panel on Friday morning and a signing right after. That's cool. And I won't get to see it. But
Oh,
oh well. No, I can't afford to go to Comic Con. That's not going to happen. It's going to
oh
be
wow,
Luke, Aaron, Melanie, Romy, Andy, and David James Elliott will be there. So there you go. That's
wow,
who's coming to the panel. So I don't know. They
very
usually don't
cool.
are going to say sometimes they stream some of the panels. So tell them to stream it. I want to watch it. Yeah, I don't know.
Do
As
they
I
do?
they never have people at the conventions like that around me that are, things I want to see because I'm not near anything. So far
Do they
away.
ever do junkets at the Comic Con?
No, no. I mean,
No.
well, I mean, they have some press there, I guess. Yeah, and you do press at the convention, but that's not a junket.
Yes.
But
Right.
no, that's not a junket. That's not the same thing. But yeah, that'd be cool if they streamed it. I don't know. They need to come to the East Coast. Nobody ever comes to the East Coast. That's the problem. I'm not near anything.
The
Um,
Javits Center, they come.
the what? The Javits?
New
Oh
York.
yeah,
Yeah, New
yeah,
York Comic.
yeah. They do
Yeah.
come to New York Comic Con sometimes, but
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
not. That's like 8 hours away. That's not.
Oh,
That's not close to me. I did go to New York Comic Con that one year when I won. I think I had said this before in the show. I can't remember. Mark Shepard. Do you know who Mark Shepard is?
no.
He's an actor. Anyway, he's from like Supernatural and Leverage and a bunch of other stuff.
Oh,
Anyway, he had, I guess, bought out like a bunch of rooms or something for New York Comic Con one year, and he
wow.
couldn't go. And he gave away the hotel rooms on Twitter. And they were like, the first people who tweet this get a hotel. So I tweeted, I got a hotel room and I got free tickets to New York Comic Con. And
Wow.
then because I'm resourceful, I went to them and I'm like, I need press tickets, and they gave me press tickets. So I did do press that one year at New York Comic Con, but that was the only reason I was able to go because I paid for that. I still had
I
to pay to
see.
go down, and
Right.
it's a long drive. I have driven to New York City before, and it's long, long, long.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a good year to get it too because I did the press room for X Files. I was so happy then.
Uh,
That's my jam, man.
they usually stream it on YouTube, by the way, the panels. So
Not all
we'll
of
be
them though.
able
They
to see
do
it.
some of it, right? They don't usually stream all of them, do they? Just some of
They
them.
stream most of them.
Oh,
Yeah.
do they?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like I said, I can't go, so I don't always follow the Comic Con news. But I know they
Right.
have some of them like on TV. I've seen them like when they have what is it? The one gaming channel that's on TV. They stream them with. I've seen come on, but
Okay.
it's usually like a selection of them. It's not like a whole.
Oh, I see. No, they actually have a YouTube channel dedicated to this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I've watched
other. I should know this. This is bad. I don't know this, but I don't, like I said, I don't look. And a lot of times I kind of don't want to know Comic Con news because it just makes me feel bad. I can't go. So
No, you can see all the panels. I mean, I've watched all the Walking Dead panels they have, and some of the other shows I was following. Yeah,
cool. Yeah, I know
they
they
all
have
have
some of them.
panels.
I just didn't know they had all of them. I mean, I didn't know they
Mhm.
streamed all of them.
Yeah, they
That's
have all of them.
cool. I'll have to watch that. But I know one time I signed up for something that was for Comic Con that was like it was virtual, but you had to like pay to get the panels or
Yeah.
the interviews. I did do that one year, but that
Uh-huh.
was a pay thing. That was different.
Right.
I wish, Muncher. I don't think I'm going to get to interview Benedict anytime soon. It would be nice, but it would be nice.
So, what are our predictions for? Well, you know what's going to happen, so you can't. I mean, I'm thinking about prediction. I have no idea what kind of turn this story is going to take. I know it's very dark because I've heard that, but that's all I know.
Yeah, I hesitate to even say what theories I had at this point because I had this at this point when I went to watch this. This is when I had already I guess I had already looked something up on Wikipedia because I remember I had an idea from something I had read. I was like, I wonder if this is the direction it's going, and I ended up I was right. So I want to be careful what I say, but I hadn't known it yet. Like I knew like a clue I had from something I had read that was in the comics that made me question it. But I do want to start reading the comics. I just sometimes I'm like, do I want to go so far? Then I know everything. You know what I mean? Because I already like accidentally spoiled some things from from doing research, and I kind of wish I hadn't. So I don't know if I should wait or not. I can read up to this point though. I know Karen's read them.
Okay.
Because she was saying about how some of it, like I guess, starts a lot different, and it sounds like some of the stuff that's coming up soon is earlier in the comics. So I don't
Right.
know.
I do have one theory that because their mother died on Revival Day,
Yeah.
what, a year or two before the actual Revival Day?
Think a year? Yeah, I think it was a year. Yeah, I think
So
it was.
I'm thinking that the mother's death has something to do with this as well, because it happened on that day, and she M died on that bridge, the same bridge her mother, the car went into that bridge, right? The same spot.
Yeah, it would be a big coincidence if it had been 2 years. I thought it was 1 year. Okay,
That's
it's
2
been 2 years.
years. So I think there's a connection there with their mother.
Yeah, that would be.
Maybe the mother will come back. Maybe she'll be revived. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't know. It kind of makes you wonder if like the revival day is like a one-time thing, or if it could happen again. And that's why I said like I could see people like trying to make it happen again because they want to bring people back or they want to be invincible.
Yes.
So that would be kind of interesting. But yeah, I think that if it isn't, it's a pretty big coincidence that her mother died on revival day. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, we need more backstory. Let's see. Let's see.
I just have this feeling that the mother is going to come back. I don't know why, but I have a feeling that she's going to come back.
Kimberly says, I think the dad is going to find out about M, and that's going to cause a major conflict for him, but we have discussed this in previous talks. Yes. Up until this point, I know at one point we differed, then you were kind of coming over to my side. I thought all along, it's going to be too little too late. He's going to find out about M and he's going to be like, why did I think this? I was wrong. You thought the opposite of that he just was going to still think of her as not his. And then you started to come over to my side. And then this episode, I kind of questioned what I said because he is saying they're not the same people. He said to the mayor, not the governor, the mayor. So yeah, I kind of questioned it in this episode that maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
No, I think that when he hears that M,
I still hope and would think that he would be. I would hope that most people would be like, this is still my daughter. Because but I could understand being scared it's not, but not to the point of like Jordan's parents who are like, you're not our daughter, we don't want anything to do with you. That's bad.
No, I think we see a flashback, so we do see the mom at some point. Yeah. Thank you. I feel my feeling. Again, this is just my feeling that the mother is going to come back, and that she has something to do with the revival day.
I was going to say
sorry.
No, I was looking to see if it told the name of the actress that plays that. I was looking as I'm talking.
I think when he finds out that M is a reviver, I think he'll change his tune. I think he's going to hide her, or he's going to try and hide her. He's not going to put her name on a register. He's not going to put anything on her ID.
I would hope not. I would hope not. Kimberly says, I think he's going to step up as dad and he'll do what he can to protect Em. I sure hope so.
The mayor said that to him. He says, what if it was someone you love?
Yeah.
And he says, oh, I would do the same thing. No, well, it's easy to say that. But once he's in that position, he's not going to be able to do it.
Yeah. No. But it did surprise me in this episode that he said they weren't the same people, because I didn't know he felt that way.
That surprised me.
That kind of made me question what his reaction will be. I mean, I think we know that it's
why does he think that, Jamie? Why does he think that they're not the same people?
I don't know. A fear, I guess. I mean, we've kind of given him a hard time, and he's at times not. I know Luke hasn't seen all our other episodes. We've given him a very hard time. He's not a good parent. We've complained a lot. But I think, at this point, okay, we have been kind of bashing him every week, Luke. We have been character assassinating him a lot lately. I do think he loves them. I think that he needs anger management. I think that he is smothering and not a good parent necessarily, but yeah, I do think he loves them, but that's not necessarily an okay to do what he does. Yeah, we've called him a lot of bad names, I think, over the show.
So I'm
So
going to give my take on it.
yeah, go ahead.
Also,
Right.
talking about grief and trauma. Uh, so the mayor said in this episode that he was always a jerk. So, we
Yeah.
were wondering, is he angry because his wife died and he's feeling guilty and he's acting out? But he probably always was not a very nice guy. He seems to be somebody who's very insecure, and he's very, he has to have control over every situation. And the way he talks to Dana, I mean, he completely disrespects her. I mean, that scene in the hospital when he was yelling at Dana in front of her son and in front of M and in front of everybody, that was horrible. He completely disrespected her. Now, I do think, though, that he is grieving his wife, and he was very traumatized by her death, which would make him even angrier, right?
Yeah.
But I do think he was prone to being angry in the first place. So it just made it worse for him. I mean, that's my take. Oh, thank you, Luke. Thank you. That's my take on him. I really think that he's been traumatized, and he's, his wife probably was the peacemaker. She probably was the one that kept everything together. She was the one that would be the go-between between him and his daughters. And once she was gone, that was it. He couldn't relate to his daughters. He couldn't be compassionate towards them, or anyone, actually. I think he has issues about being compassionate. I think he's a little narcissistic. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. The other thing I was going to say is I also wonder too, like if we know that M is likely responsible for what happened, was driving. We got kind of a clue about that. So I wonder too, if it makes it hard for him to connect with them, or at least with her, because he blames her. I think that could make a big difference. Let's see. Luke says, you're 100% correct. In the first episode, when Wayne says, when you die, can you die? He's not just talking about revivers. He's talking about Patty, whether he realizes it or not. Yeah. And, he probably a little bit maybe feels like that woman did too. Like, well, why did she not get to come back? That isn't fair that, his wife didn't get to be revived. And that's got to be hard. I know, I can understand that you would feel like that. You would feel some resentment just because of that. But I do think that once, I'm hoping that once he knows M is a reviver, that he changes his tune. We can only hope.
Well, I think his instinct is to protect her. He'll protect her. But I think he'll still be a little afraid of her. I think he seems to be a person who has tunnel vision. He's not really able to look outside the box to see things from a different point of view. He kind of sees things in one way. And that's how he feels safe in the world, by seeing things one way. So in his mind, these people are different. He's very rigid. And he's very rigid. He can't change it. So he won't be able to change it. But when he finds out M is a reviver, he's going to want to protect her, even though he may be afraid of her. Yeah. That's my take on him. Thank you, Luke. Oh, wow. I seem to be right. And I haven't seen anything beyond the fifth episode. So yeah, thank you. But that's his character. He is a very flawed person. Yeah. He really can't. He's not flexible. He can't adapt to things.
And like I said, I know it was made as a joke, but I do think Rhodey was right. He really needs anger management.
Not only does he need anger management, he needs therapy. He needs individual therapy. That's my opinion of him.
I think that a lot of things.
I should preface this by saying, Luke, that I am a therapist in real life, but I do have my own channel where I talk about movies and TV shows from a psych perspective. analyzing characters. So that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. I just want to preface that. Yeah.
I think that a lot of their family is broken because of the mother's death. I think that a lot of things have been broken and messed up because of what happened. And I think that part of the problem, I mean, I wonder if a lot of M's problems is also because she, her on drugs and everything might be because she's blaming herself for what she did.
Oh, I see.
Therapy.
There you go. Probably somebody said to him, "You need to speak to someone," and he says, "I don't do therapy."
Yeah, I am not surprised. I definitely am not surprised you would say that. But I'm looking forward to seeing that next week. Whoops. What did I click on now? I clicked on the wrong thing. I'm like, what happened? I'm clicking. Yeah. So yeah, that's great. I can't wait. And I know you follow me on social media, so I'll make sure I write you and we'll set something up for you to come on the show and do that and find a time that works. Cause that's very exciting. I definitely want to have you on here. Yeah. All I'm thinking now is the fact that he said there's screeners next week, honestly.
But you've seen it. But
not 7 and 8 though. I've seen the next one, yes. But he said there was
you haven't seen I thought you saw 10.
No, only through 6. Sci-Fi didn't send them all yet. It always depends.
Oh, I see.
No, okay. Not of this. I've not. I just said I knew further because I accidentally spoiled myself when I was looking up
I see.
About Blaine for the interview.
I see.
Messed that up. So yeah, that makes me excited. It's nice when you get screeners that you want to watch that you like. Except then I get I get less sleep when that happens because
they're still editing 10. Really?
Well, that's not. I was gonna say that's not super surprising. That's not super. I mean, it kind of depends. A lot of times they're sort of not usually running that close. I guess that's really close, but
maybe they just went back in and edited one scene or something.
And also, the other thing is there could be. I mean, I hope there's no breaks, but for all we know, there could be some breaks in there. But
yeah, it's exciting. I haven't seen the trailer for the next episode. I wonder if it's out yet. Probably is.
Probably. Yeah, probably.
Because if we can look at the trailer, then that could give us some clues to the next episode.
Completed the sound mix today. 10 has a lot of mix. Well,
great.
That's a lot to look forward to then. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, cool. I was gonna say, I guess I'll have to find out if I get a finished version of 10 or uncut. We were laughing the other day. Sometimes we get them and they're not done because I know the Resident Alien one we got this season, like the kid was being thrown around on wires and like the aliens weren't in there, and so yeah, you never kind of know what you're gonna get. They're not always fun. But I guess we'll find that out when we get there. But yeah.
So I really like this episode and I'm really looking forward to the next episode. And I'm really enjoying the show. I really like it. Each episode, it gets better and better. And
it really pulls you and makes you want to see the next one. Cause I know they've had good, like sort of, well, especially the last episode really had a cliffhanger when she got shot and you're like, what?
Oh yeah. She looked like she was dying, but I said, no, she's got plot armor. She can't die, but
we were talking on our Tuesday show when we were talking about Revival. I don't know. AJ and I were saying we didn't think she died, but I don't know. Because see, I felt like M is the lead of like the lead character. So I could maybe set up, like, I didn't think they were going to kill off Melanie's character just because she's kind of the known
I thought she was going to become a reviver. That's what I thought she was going to die and somehow they'd bring her back.
So, yeah. I don't think, I mean, I'm kind of thinking like there's no more, I don't know. Like I said, maybe Reviver Day can happen again, but I'm guessing that it's not going to, if it is, it's not going to be for a while. Like, I don't know. I'd be surprised if somebody else suddenly came back.
But you know, it wasn't one day. It was like a week, right? It
was people who died. It was one event, I should say.
Right. Right. But I'm just saying it's like a wake event of people that came back who died within that time period.
Right.
So is that something that's annual? An annual date? I don't know.
Yeah, if it was on the anniversary of her mother going back, I was gonna say, I mean, her mother dying, maybe her mother came back and like has been hiding out for 2 years. You just because you said annual, you made me think of that. And yes, that's what I was thinking too. Bronwyn, I said, and that's kind of why I thought they're not going to kill off Melanie's character. Like I could see it because she's not the lead, but at the same time, she's been
See, I
promoted.
see her as the lead, though, Mel. I do. I think she's the star. Well, she's the star of the show.
She is the star, but I feel like the main character to me, the story is M's story. I feel like, it all kind of revolves around M. But yeah, she's still billed as the star. So they're not.
Now, who is Noelle? Is she a director or?
I know that's what I was thinking. Okay, wait. Noelle is Incredible 7 is great, but she also did 9, and it's incredible. One of my favorites the whole season. I'm guessing a director or a writer. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure who Noelle is. I'll have to tell us.
Yeah. Luke, who is Noelle? Is she a director?
Writer.
Oh, she's a writer. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
great.
I'm guessing it sounds like Bronwyn works on the show too. I don't know. I have not.
Yes, Bronwyn. Yes. Well, he knew they were editing, so
yeah,
maybe he's an editor.
Clearly Bronwyn works with the show or on the show or something.
Yes.
So that's awesome. So we thank you.
Yeah. So I'm wondering with the chat, guys in the chat, let us know, what did you think of the episode?
Nope, just a fan. Well, then just follows everything. Just follows all the information, I guess, closely. Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. What did you guys think? Did you like this one? I still think the first one was my favorite though, but I tend to like I don't know. I tend to like pilots just because they kind of like are the introduction.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure the next episode it must be the best, I would think, right?
There's a lot going on in the next one. That's all I'm saying. I'm being very careful. I've gotten good at being careful.
Well, but you liked it though, right? We're just saying whether you liked it or not.
No, it freaked me out, but I liked it.
Okay.
Okay. Samuel says he liked this episode more than 4. Yeah, I like this episode more than last week. I would agree with that. I think there was a lot more going on this week. I definitely like this.
Yeah, I agree. The first one I love. The pilot was amazing. I love the pilot.
Yeah. They were all good, but I think I like the pilot the most, but I do like this one more than last week. Yeah.
And the next episode should be like, I liked all the episodes too. I agree, Sam. Yes. Even
if we maybe complain that they don't do their detective skills great not wearing gloves. Let me just throw that out there. Make them wear gloves, Luke. She didn't wear gloves. We were complaining about that.
And we have to see that spot on the ceiling again with the water dripping. I was thinking maybe that's going to be in every episode. They're going to show us that water spot keeps growing and growing and growing, and the water just keeps coming down harder and harder. And it's like an allegory for Dana's emotional stresses that she's going through. I would love that, because that shows that it's like she's waiting for the ceiling to drop. Her world is crumbling.
You'll tell the art department they forgot the gloves. Yeah, we kind of got upset about that. Like and the teeth, like she touched the teeth. Like you don't touch the teeth.
It comes back. The water spot comes back. All right. I love the symbolism in this show. It's very subtle, but it's there. Hi, Jen.
I already said hi. Hi, Jen. I'm like reading what Jen said.
Jen.
Hi, Jen.
The symbolism in the show is very. It's, I really like it. I like that water spot. I just like that it just symbolizes Dana's. Look, Dana was going to move, right? She found a new job in a new town, and she can't get out of there. She can't get away from her father, her domineering father. She can't get away from this life that she wanted to just leave behind her, and she's stuck there. And that water spot just keeps growing.
Yeah. Although to be fair, I feel like even if she could leave, and that hadn't happened, I think she would have came back for M. I don't think like I feel like she would have came back. So
But do you get this sense that she and M were kind of estranged a little bit? Not that they weren't on talking terms, but they weren't that close. There's an age difference between them. M was off in college. I kind of got the sense that they had drifted apart a little bit.
Yeah.
And now this is bringing them back closer together.
Yeah, I definitely think they were. I think also I get the opinion that M was kind of like a loner, you know what I mean? Because she was so, I mean, not that she should have been per se, but I mean, she was so depressed. Like, I feel like she needed somebody and they maybe weren't there. And yes, I definitely feel like they were strange. It may have been because she was at college too. They may not have known everything going on with her, but yeah, she definitely was in a dark place. And I feel like maybe if they had been there, maybe she wouldn't have been in such a dark place. We don't know. But hopefully, yeah, like she said, now that she died, she's living a bit more. So she does seem less depressed. That's definitely a good thing. She's less depressed. At least she seems to be.
Well, also Dana had to stay away from her. I mean, because she had the brittle bone disease, and Dana was raised to be careful with her. She's very vulnerable. We have to be careful with her. So she kind of was distant from M in many ways. M was because of M's physical problem, her health issue, she was also emotionally removed from everybody because everybody treated her differently.
Yeah.
And now that she's a reviver, she can now be the person she always wanted to be.
And I feel like they treated her like her father was overprotective, but I also feel like it had the opposite effect because they definitely weren't as passion's not the right word. They weren't as like they didn't hug in that. Like she makes a point of saying, so like as much as he was overprotective, he wasn't overly, like hugging and kissing and making her feel loved, and so that probably did not help. So I think it kind of affected her both ways, and that's why she's now. Now
I mean, the mother.
Both physically.
The mother may have been demonstrative. The mother may have been, but he wasn't. No.
But I definitely think she's stronger now. And I feel like her, I know it was in the last episode and before this stuff happened, but I also feel like when she shaved her head, like that was definitely representative of like transformation and, her getting her own power finally.
Yes.
Feeling like she had power. So, yeah, because that was a cool scene.
Almost like becoming a superhero in a way.
Yeah, kind of. And also it's like war paint, but also knowing, and I'm just thinking too, it's cool too, knowing that she shaved her head for real too. That makes it interesting too.
Yes.
Let's see. Luke says, I always say that the cypresses substitute protection for affection and also goes to stigma. And we even see it with M. So there's a lot in their past when that permeated. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And that isn't always healthy. I mean, it's good that they're protective, but yeah, that can be detrimental.
Yeah, because no one's talking. The emotions are not being expressed.
Yeah.
So okay, I protect you. I love you. I care about you. You're my daughter, but I don't really care how you feel. I mean, that's him. That's Wayne. I don't want to hear how you feel. Let's just do what we have to do, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah, I think that they're not close, and that sucks. And that's why too, like, I think it's kind of sad, but like Rhodey, she's really, I think, able to get close to because he understands more. I mean, now she's in a different situation. Now it's not the brittle bone disease, it's that she's a reviver, but she finally has somebody who's like more understanding, I guess. That she can talk to. Before she really, I don't think, had anybody to talk to.
I think she always felt different, like nobody understood her. And now Rhodey understands her, and she feels comfortable with him.
Yeah, we see that in this episode at the beginning where Wayne has to be active on the case instead of being there and talking to Em and Cooper. Communication skills don't exist.
That's right.
Yeah.
So actually, they need family therapy. That's
what they need a lot of family.
He needs his own therapy, and then they need family therapy in addition to it.
Yeah.
Yes.
He did go off and work the case. Although I feel like maybe some of that, though, probably it might have helped him to keep busy too when that's going on. But yeah, you would think he
Oh,
would have.
yeah.
You would think
Bronwyn, I like the way you put that. They're all outsiders in their own family. Yes.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I was gonna say maybe I should put up the StreamYard link. I didn't even think to do that. We're talking. I'm thinking maybe I should put the StreamYard link if I can get it here. Let's see. Gotta copy it. Why is that? Am I clicking the wrong one? Sorry, I'm like talking to myself as I click the link, try to get this because I didn't think to do this. Let's put this up in the chat here. I'm gonna post the StreamYard link. I didn't think about it. I'm thinking about it now. If you would want to comment, Luke, you're welcome to join us. Although we'll still have you on as a special guest. We'll get an episode for you to come on, but you are welcome to join us. Same thing, Bronwyn too. If you guys have stuff you want to say, we can open it up to other comments. Sorry, I'm just stretching as I'm talking. I've been sitting too long in one spot, so I'm like stretching. We haven't even talked about Cooper. Yes, we have not talked about Cooper. Cooper is the least maladjusted, I think. He seems to be a pretty good kid. He seems to be in a good place. I mean, I'm sure there's places he's messed up, but he seems to be pretty well adjusted compared to the others. Yeah, that's my comment on Cooper. We haven't really seen his
he's also a protector. He's a protector of his mom. He's a protector of the little girl in his class.
Yeah.
He protects as well, just like his grandpa.
Yeah.
He's taking after Wayne in that way.
Yet. Bronwyn says yet. Poor Cooper. That's what you're making me think. Poor Cooper. Well, you know what? I question too, like if Wayne finds out, like I kind of hope that Cooper doesn't find. Well, I don't know though. Cooper doesn't have a problem with Jordan being a reviver, so I guess
he probably thinks it's cool.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't care if M was, but
no.
But yeah, right now he seems well adjusted, but I guess it depends kind of where the story goes. We'll have to see.
So actually, I can see where the theme of death and grief actually brings this family together, ironically enough, because at first they couldn't deal with the mother's death. There was a lot of guilt. M felt guilty because she was driving the car. They all had their own feelings about it. And now death itself is going to bring them closer together. So it's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, it is interesting that that's what brings them closer. And I think maybe we'll learn. I mean, we're going to get a flashback, so we'll learn a bit more that might kind of be relevant.
Lewis in.
Yeah. But so I'm just excited to talk about it. Then I don't got to keep quiet.
No, you have to wait another week.
yeah, I got to wait.
But next stream is going to be exciting because we're going to have a lot to talk about.
Yeah. Well, look at it. We've already talked over 2 hours, and yeah, I think most of it's been just as much review as recap. I feel like this week. We've been so yeah, it is after 1. At least you said you didn't get sleep. At least I got a little bit of sleep last night. Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I tend to fall asleep on the couch. So the sleep I get isn't necessarily I should be getting. Let's put it that way.
Well, you've been back to back with interviews and
yes, I've been well, I was telling Scarlett, you know what I did the other night? I was thinking that was last night, but it was the night before. I don't even know what day I'm on now. What I did, because I'm bad, and it's what I always do that makes it worse, is I have work to do. I need to put up this interview. I'm going to sit for a couple minutes, right? That was my idea. I'm going to sit and relax for a couple minutes. This was like at, I think, 12:30.
Yeah.
And it was 3:30 suddenly. So I clearly fell asleep. And then I'm like, I still got to do this. So then I get up to fix stuff. That was for the librarian's interview. I get up and I do the interview. And then I'm wide awake and I'm like, well, I'm going to edit my Institute video too. and then it's like 6 o'clock. And I'm like, why do I keep doing this to myself? So a lot of it's my own fault. I need to like not do that because I wake myself way up. I need to go to bed instead of letting myself fall asleep. But yeah,
Mhm.
I've been doing too many streams. And now we're gonna add Nautilus and I'm insane. So uh,
Oh, what
yeah,
night
so
is that going to be?
I don't know. I think we're gonna replace Murderbot with Nautilus in next week, I believe. We're still kind of
Okay.
ironing out the details. And we're gonna maybe add in a couple Tuesday night really late though, because we have to do it after our other show.
Uh-huh.
And because we have to catch up too, because we're behind. It's already started. But yeah, we decided we were talking about doing it, and I'm already doing the other shows on Sunday and Monday and Tuesday. So
Now,
week off.
the Institute is coming out with 2 episodes.
Yes, yes. I don't know. I'm not sure why like that was announced where it was because I've been saying that for a long time.
Mhm.
I like said that a long time ago. Um,
Yeah, I
yeah,
remember you did, but I saw it
yeah.
again recently. So
No, I know. Somebody had
yeah.
announced like I already know that. Everybody should know that. If you listen to me, you'd know that already. So
So
yeah.
are we going to review 2 episodes that's on Sunday, or we're going to review one?
I assume so. Otherwise, we'll be behind. I kind of assumed we were going to. I'm just
Okay.
wonder. I'm just kind of wondering. Okay, like we're going to be on obviously late Sunday because we're doing, a dive into it. But
Yeah.
Monday for our review show, I'm wondering if we need to move Murderbot because I'm just trying to think how are we going to review 2 episodes? We're going to have to be done by midnight. Yeah, I'm either going to have to get no sleep again or we're going to have to do a short show on Monday because we got to be done again
You
on
mean with Karen and AJ on
yeah,
Monday?
for the review show because Murderbot's at midnight. So like we'd have to be done, and that's 2 episodes. That's two
I
hours, but
thought you
2
were going
hours.
to do that. I'm sorry. I thought you were going to do that on Wednesday with Karen and AJ.
No, I don't have anything on Wednesday. No, for people who are kind of listen to the schedule. Starting this Sunday, we have Saturday night at midnight. Tomorrow night we have the watch party for Institute in Discord. And then Sunday at 11, Scarlett and you and I are streaming. We're going to do the deep dive. And then Monday at 10, Karen and AJ and I are doing just the review, which is like our shorter show. But then Scarlett and I still have Murderbot at midnight because there's still one episode left.
Oh,
That's
I
why
see.
I'm not sure. And that's why I said we can take the Murderbot show, but like if we do one Tuesday, it's going to have to be at like 1 a.m. because it's after Phantom Access. I'm doing Jen's listening. Jen's listening to my craziness. I'm doing too many. I'm doing streams every night except for 2 nights a week. And then like a couple of the times I'm going to be doing 2 streams a night. I'm insane. I got to quit doing this, but it's fun. I enjoy it. I do enjoy it. I'm doing too much, but yeah, it's going to be a lot, but it's going to be fun, and I'm excited to talk about Institute too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But
good
and
shows.
I know, yeah, and I know Tony and Phil are going to be joining us at one point. I'm not
Yes.
sure if it's going to be the first episode or not. I haven't heard back. We're scheduling that. But yeah, so it'll be a packed week, and then soon we'll have to get Luke on this show. We'll have to schedule an episode, and so yeah, we'll figure it out and we'll fit it in.
Now, did you say you're still doing a junket for the show with some of the actors, or
for Revival?
Yes.
There's an interview. I mean, I don't know if you can. If I normally wouldn't consider it a junket, but it kind of is. They set it up with multiple journalists, but yeah, they're doing a postmortem for one of the episodes for next week's episode. So,
okay,
yeah.
Do you know who's going to be on the who's going to be there? Which actors?
It's just me. Oh, it's just one person. It's just one character. It's just one person. I'll tell you later. I just don't like announcing it on live.
Yeah.
If it doesn't happen, I feel bad. Like
sure.
I was about ready to announce our librarians thing that didn't happen. So I did, yeah. But
okay.
Yeah, that if it happens is probably going to be on Tuesday. So that will likely be a postmortem interview, which I will put up after Friday because we definitely will want to talk about Friday's episode. So yeah. Night, Kimberly. Thanks.
Good night, Kimberly.
But yeah, I will I'll message Luke on social media and we'll figure out a day. Actually, we probably thinking about it. Maybe we should do it after Friday or after Thursday. I'm sorry. I'm thinking our show's on Friday. Because yeah, we want to be able to talk about episode 6, I think we really need to do it after episode 6 because we're going to want to discuss that with him.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, Well, maybe
Okay.
he'll want to come on Friday. I don't know. Usually we're too late for everybody. Usually we do separate episodes because we're so late. But I don't know. You're on here now at 1:20 our time, so we'll figure it out. I'll message you on Twitter and we'll figure it out. But yeah, we will have to do that. That'll be great.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. In other words, Luke could join us next episode.
Yeah, that's what I said. Maybe he'd really just come on. You're a night
Oh,
owl.
he's
Yeah.
a night owl. Great.
Usually I'm told it's too late at night when I invite people at night. But you see though, you don't listen to our normal show. Usually we go pretty late. Although we've been over 2 hours. We've been okay. I feel like we went 3 hours before for revival. Didn't
We
we?
did. We did.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought we've gone 3 hours at times.
Yes. Yes.
But I do so many of them. It's hard to keep straight who I've talked to or what I've talked about the longest. No, we were 2.5 hours last week. And the week before we were 3 hours the week before. So yeah, we were almost 3 hours, 2 hours, 15 minutes. So yeah, we tend to talk a lot. We tend to go on a lot, right?
Yeah. It's fun.
It is fun. It is fun.
Yeah.
But
so I'm also interested in not only the mystery behind what's going on in the show.
Thanks, Jen.
Oh, thank you, Jen.
Thanks,
I'm also interested in the character development. Like,
yeah,
how is Wayne going to change as a person, knowing his daughter is a reviver? How is it going to affect the whole family relationship as well?
Yeah.
You know,
well, they won't be lying anymore. So that's also another level of that they
say that again. What?
They won't be lying to him. They won't have to hide it anymore.
Right. Yes.
I feel like that's gonna be a big part of it. I don't know. That may not be the only thing they have to worry about, though. There's so much.
No. I'm saying aside from the mystery part.
I know.
I'm just talking about the character development. Like Dana is very closed. Like when she first met Ibrahim, she just wanted a one-night stand with him. She didn't even want to know anything about him. He was asking her about her, and she goes, "Shut up, let's just kiss." You know.
Yeah, that kind of didn't go as she planned. But I like them. I think they're cute together. I like them together.
They are cute together. But what I'm saying is, it's hard for her to get close to somebody intimately. You know, so she can have sex with someone, but I mean intimately, emotionally. So I think that's going to change for her. I think they're going to develop a very deep relationship, those two.
Well, yeah,
I think that,
especially once he finds out, probably. And I'm saying once he finds out. I have no idea knowing if any of these people find out. I'm just assuming eventually they're going to find out. I would think eventually, especially if they do get closer, I would hope that maybe she would tell him, because I feel like he's
I think he'll find out.
But even if he didn't find out, like I feel like he's a better person to tell than her father, and that's sad. Like I think not that I don't think she could trust her father, but I don't think her father is going to take it well.
No.
Sorry, I got a message that made me laugh. I'll have to tell you later. But yeah, I think he would be helpful. Like I think he would be an ally if they told him, but
okay,
they don't know him enough to know if they can trust him, you know.
No, but what I'm saying though is that Dana will fall in love with him. I think they'll fall in love with each other, and I think that he will be the rock that she needs, because her father is not a rock. Her father is a problem. Her father is not emotionally there for her or M. Okay, so that's why the whole family has been kind of distant from each other. But I think now this is all going to bring them together, and I'm very curious to see how it develops, you know. And I think Ibrahim will have a lot to do with it, because he's a very warm guy, you could see he's a loving kind of guy. I think he's going to have a great influence on all of them. That's my opinion.
No, I agree. Sorry, I was answering something Scarlett said. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. But yeah, I'm interested to see how. I think once like people find out, I think that majorly will change all of their relationships. I mean, obviously that's like a huge thing with for them to find out, just like I said, like even if Ibrahim finds out, I mean, he's obviously not related to them, but I think that would even change the way he looks at Dana, even just because she's been keeping this secret, you know?
Yeah. Well, he'll understand why she kept the secret. He will fully understand it.
Yeah, I think he'll understand it. But I think if anybody was gonna understand her being a reviver, it would be Ibrahim, because he doesn't hate the revivers. He isn't scared of the revivers.
Yeah.
Luke says you're going to really love episode 7.
Oh, really? Okay. Great.
Yeah. Well, as soon as I see it, I'll tell you what I think anyway. But yeah, Laura will have to tell you what she thinks. But,
yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. I also think something about Rhodey. I mean, right now he's like a rock for M, but I think Rhodey is actually not a rock. I think he's slowly falling. Yeah, I have a feeling he's falling apart. And
okay. I thought you were going to say he was bad or something. Okay.
No, I think he emotionally he's falling apart. I think he's putting on a brave front for M to help her. But I think inside he's falling apart. That's what I think.
Yeah, he might be. That's true.
I'm curious. I'm curious what's going to happen with him too. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was just thinking. I also feel like, well, see, M can't. M is going to be, I feel like, and granted she was, and we really didn't see the fallout from it, but I feel like M should be mad at her father that he, marked his ID. I mean, I guess he had to, and she knew he was going to, but I don't know. I feel like I'm surprised we didn't see him,
Hey, Scarlett.
Yeah. Hi, Scarlett. Welcome in.
I think, I don't know. I think that Rhodey is something's up with him that we don't know about. And I think he's not as strong as we think. I think in the end that M is going to be the strongest one of all, ironically. She's going to be the strong one. She's going to be like the superhero, of the show.
And that's why, I don't know, I just keep thinking as I'm talking about this, like, I really want to go read the comics, but I'm just kind of feel like
I think you should wait till the show is over.
I know, because I feel like if I go ahead of the show, I'm going to regret it because I'm going to be spoiled even more. So maybe I will read up until this point. I can do that. And maybe I'll get some back. Yes, you will. You will, Scarlett. We'll shut up. We'll shut up when you come. Don't worry. I tell Scarlett, I tell everybody, just tell me to shut up when you want to talk. I talk.
Yeah, same thing with me. If it's funny.
Yeah. I don't know. Anything else? We're going on 2.5 hours. It has been a long stream.
It has. I'm just saying that I'm very curious about not only the plot, but the character development. I'm very interested to see what happens to these characters emotionally, because so far Wayne is very distant, and I want to see how he's going to react to M. I really think he's going to really be afraid of her. I really think he will be.
See, that could be an interesting turn. I think he's going to wish he hadn't done what he did. I like I said, I kind of felt a little bit different after this episode, but that's what I've pretty much felt all along. I think it's just too little, too late. Yes, Scarlett, you can.
Okay. Yes, well, when the goat screams, we'll be quiet.
You need to catch up on this though, Scarlett, so you can talk about this. I know you didn't get a chance to see this one yet, but you need to catch up.
Yeah.
Because she didn't get to see.
Because next week is going to be a wild ride, from what I hear.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, if anybody has any questions or anything else you'd like to add about the episode, any thoughts you have, what you liked about the episode, let us know.
Yes, please do. I'm trying to think. I'm at that point where I'm like, did I say everything? What did I miss? I'm trying to think what we missed. Because see, I got to be careful too, because a lot of times I want to say something. I'm like, wait, I can't say that. So I'm being careful.
Oh, wait, I'm thinking, Luke, I just want to comment on, you said, Laurie, I think you're going to really love episode 7. So is that the episode where they try to have family therapy? That's what I'm wondering. And that's when he says, I don't do therapy.
Probably. No, yeah, he did say that was from that episode. Said that was from that episode. So.
Yeah, I don't do therapy. So there you go. They're like, come on, we have an appointment with a therapist. Let's sit down and talk it out. And he's like, nope, I don't do therapy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he needs to get it together though. And I think a lot of times, like it's been used for comic relief, and we're like yelling like he's being an asshole. But part of it's like been comic relief, and it's hard to like kind of sometimes separate that. You know what I mean? Because that's what it's injected in for. But yeah, he needs to do a better job when it comes to his family. I really think he needs to do a much better job. Yeah.
But you realize that's a way of protecting himself, though, right? Because if he's emotionally open, then that makes him feel vulnerable. So as long as he has to be in control, so he can't let his feelings out. That's his problem.
Yeah, no, I know you're right. Yeah, he needs to, that's what I said. He needs to be more in touch with his emotions. Well, that's why he needs therapy.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah. All right. Well, anybody else? Anybody have any more comments before we wrap it up? I'm trying to think. I don't think we asked if anybody rated it. We got a couple when Samuel said it, and I think.
Oh yeah, did anybody rate the episode?
That's what I was saying. I don't think anybody else had answered.
Oh, okay.
But I don't think anybody else had answered. But yeah, I think
so. As far as the Institute, so we're going to have to. So it's probably going to drop at midnight. So that means we'll have 2 back-to-back episodes.
Yeah, we'll have 2 to deal with. So yes, you guys join us. And I did put in the Discord link, right? So confusing because there's 2 chats. Yes. I put in the Discord link and it is pinned in my chat. If you join us, well, first, don't forget you can join us every Friday at 9:30 for the revival watch party before we start, before we do our live stream. But we will be tomorrow night at midnight, assuming that it actually drops at midnight. That is a big assumption. I couldn't get confirmation. It sounded like a yes, but it wasn't confirmation. So I really don't know. But if it drops at midnight, we'll have a watch party at midnight for the first 2 episodes. And then our live stream is Sunday at 11 on Sci-Fi Vision. And we will maybe, if you guys want to, we can do a watch party Sunday at 9 when it has its like, linear drop, whatever you want to call it. So if people haven't seen it Saturday night, but we hope that you come Saturday night.
Yes.
And then our live streams at Sunday at 11. And then I have, like I said, Karen and AJ and I have the review for the Institute at 10 on Monday. And then Scarlett and I have Midnight Murderbot on Monday at midnight, 11:59. And then Tuesday, of course, at 10 o'clock, and these are all Eastern times, at 10 o'clock is our Phantom Access show, where we talk about everything. And we might be doing Nautilus, I think, starting Tuesday night, Scarlett and I, at some point, maybe 1 a.m. I don't know. We gotta get all this stuff scheduled. But if you guys go to Discord, I do have a channel for the schedule that you can find out everything. And there's also a channel there for talent questions. If you're not going to be, I know we don't have a time or a date yet, but if you can't be here live whenever it is that we have Luke come on, you can also post questions there and we can always ask them when he's here, which will be a lot of fun and we very much appreciate. And I'm excited about that. So we'll have to get that set up. So yeah, it'll probably be a full week. And like I said, I do have another, likely, assuming that it goes, it happens, I do have another revival interview probably Tuesday. So I'll get those up as soon as I can. And the interview for Institute with Ben Barnes and Joe Freeman, that should be up tomorrow. I was hoping to get it up tonight, but I didn't get a chance. So that'll be up tomorrow. Yeah. So lots and lots of stuff that you can always find in the schedule. But thank you everybody for coming, everybody in the chat. Unless, do you have anything else to add, Laurie? I don't want to wrap up if if you have
Oh,
something
no.
else. Okay,
No,
okay.
I think we
Yeah,
fully covered the show.
3.5 hours. Yeah. But thank you, everybody who came. Thank you, everybody in chat. Thank you, Luke, for dropping by. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Luke. Thank you, everybody, for coming. It was a great discussion tonight. And please subscribe to both of our channels and leave comments. And we will see you next week. Oh, yes, Luke, thank you. Oh, well, yeah, we hope to see you next week. That would be great.
Like I said, I think probably we should wait until after the episode airs, just because I think that would be, we'll figure out a time, but I think probably wait till after 6, because I feel like there's so much we got to talk about 6. I already got tons of questions.
Yes. Yes.
But yes, everybody, please subscribe to my channel, Sci-Fi Vision, and Laurie's channel, Real Cinema Therapy. And if you guys drop a comment on the video outside of the chat, it helps the algorithm as always and is greatly appreciated. And yeah, thank you so much for everybody sticking around. I know we had a longer show again tonight and had quite a lot to talk about. So, all righty, everybody.
All righty. Have a great night, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.